Yes, yet, but it'll be okay. We're live. Hello, everybody. Groovified coming to you here today. It is kind of a Frimaste thing, but it's actually on a Saturday, and therefore, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am joined by my colleague and best friend, Miss Yvonne Rivas. She is the Indigo Mermaid TV. Her link is in the description below. Definitely check her out if you haven't subscribed to her or anything like that. And she has really great horoscopes and stuff like that, stuff that I haven't been doing in a while. But then, some of you already know why I haven't been doing that, because I've actually been doing some few side projects, really trying to get my life rebooted here. And yes, so tonight we are definitely opening up for tarot reads, which is going to be $10 for the yes and no clarifiers, $20 for a full read between the two of us, as well as $30 if you want to do this live over the phone. Now, I think more importantly, because we really enjoy talking to everybody out there, especially for those of you who are going to be joining us hopefully soon. Seeing there's only one viewer at the moment here in the chat. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today, and I am going to pass the ball over to the guest of honor. Obviously, it's not Yvonne.
Oh,
Okay, it's not Yvonne. I mean, she's a dumb bitch anyway, so it's okay. No.
right. Who
um,
is it, Jack?
but yeah, she actually has a fantastic story. I feel is definitely worth diving into first because of the fact of what has actually happened to her, like with, everything that's been promised to her by the end of the year by her ex, and then seeing that the ex is no longer coming through because now they are exes. And therefore, the universe came into alignment for her. So, without further ado, I would like to have her start sharing her story with you.
So, just like how Anthony said, just so that we are clear, um, I wanted this year to make sure that I attained one of my goals, which was to get a MacBook Pro. Now, I'm not a person about fancy names and stuff like that, but I've always wanted the MacBook Pro to edit my videos and because I wanted to do more content other than, tarot readings. And I have a 10-year-old laptop, probably going to be an 11-year-old laptop, and it's just like jammed. Like the audio is just horrible because I've dropped it so many times, so you can't, it's just a horrible laptop by now. It's in horrible shape. And so one thing that I definitely asked, who is my now ex, was that I told him that I didn't care if he gave me an anniversary gift, a Christmas gift, or, as long as he was able to give me by the time it was my birthday a MacBook Pro. And I also wanted this gift because I wanted to go back to school. And it sucks carrying those bulky, old school, 10 plus year old laptops. And mine was a 17-inch. It just sucked carrying that thing every day to school. And it got to a point where I didn't even take it anywhere anymore. And I was just taking my iPad with like a portable keyboard with it. But there's only so much you can do with with an iPad. So, funny enough, this week I actually did a tarot reading for a client who happens to live in San Jose, California. And mind you, this is a
That's
client
close
that
to
I've
where I live.
had that's close to, yes, where he lives. I'm in Southern California.
NorCal.
Everyone seems to be from like NorCal, I've noticed.
Yeah,
All of
because all
my
the dumb bitches
clients,
are at
everyone,
Southern California. I'm just kidding. For all of you Southern
whatever. It's like
California
so
people out there.
expensive here. Um, and usually this person, like, when he comes to me, he usually doesn't have a question. Sometimes I feel like he only comes because he's bored and he really wants someone to talk to, and he'll just like tell me to just pull cards. He won't really ask me to he doesn't even ask me a specific question. Sometimes I think he does it to challenge me. And so started talking about his love life. That was the first thing that came up. And then we finished his reading. He usually just pays me a flat rate of $50. And um then from there, like, we were just talking a lot, and while we were talking, I decided to walk over to my old crappy laptop where I was exporting some videos, and I was having a really hard time trying to do what I needed to do with this laptop. And in front of this person, I was trying to uninstall programs and I was trying to upload at the same time, and I couldn't export a video while uploading a video, and I couldn't uninstall programs to create more space. I just had to let this laptop do one thing at a time. And mind you, he also works for an IT company, a smaller IT company, especially in comparison to the company that Anthony works for. Um,
Are you trying to compare what
and
we do? Are you trying to
well,
say
I
that
don't
he's
even
better
know
than
what
I
he
am?
does. I don't even know what he does or what his position is, okay? First of all.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, like he's even said it himself that the IT company he works for, it's a small company. So, it's probably not well known. And I'm
I hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. We really need to come up with something else better than this. This is terrible. All right.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure he shared the name of the IT company he works for. And mind you, I don't even know what he does. All I know is that, usually when I do readings for him, he's always in a different part of the country. I've done readings for him when he's in Massachusetts or when he's in Maine or when he's in Chicago, attending meetings and stuff. I guess he's someone important. And then he asked me to do Zoom with him through my computer so he can see what's going on. And for some reason, I couldn't install the program. I couldn't install Zoom. Then he would send me the code. It gives you a code so you can have a conference or virtual conference with someone, and it wouldn't do it either. And he saw how frustrated I was getting, that he just all of a sudden starts showing me a MacBook Pro. And he starts showing me it, and he starts showing me how, like, he's upgraded the storage to a terabyte, and how, even though he bought the basic one with 8 GB RAM, is it RAM? I
Yes,
don't remember
RAM.
if it was RAM.
R
Yeah,
A M.
even though he bought the basic 8 GB RAM, he upgraded it to a 16 GB. And he's had this laptop, I guess, since it came out. It's a 2017, and he was just showing me it, and he starts telling me to send him my address. And for those of you who are wondering, well, why would you send your address to a stranger? Well, first of all, like, this person, I guess, I've known him for like 5 years already. That he's really not a stranger to me, and it gotten to a point where we've actually we've become cool friends. And it's just so funny how, and that was something that Anthony and I had talked about, because this was something that I really wanted. And, I wanted one that was a 13-inch. This is a 13-inch. I wanted the Pro. I wanted the one with the touch bar. Well, actually, I was debating on whether I was going to get the one without the touch bar or not.
Just to make it cheaper.
Um, just to make it cheaper, actually. And I ended up getting the one with a touch bar with 1 TB storage and a 16 GB RAM.
And that's
And
just not any terabyte storage, everybody. For those of you who are actually technically inclined in terms of terminology, that's a 1 TB solid state drive. That's a big
which
deal.
means,
Which means, so, let's say, for example, that we have, like, most laptops, older laptops, that is, PCs. They would have, like, a hard drive. Pretend this is a hard drive, and inside these hard drives are spindles and discs, right? And they have these little platters that spins at really high speeds with a needle that goes in between the platters to read the data. And that's how most older computers use storage devices. Now, the problem with that is, not only is it very sensitive, excuse me, if the magnet heads touch the platters, the hard drive crashes. You have to wait for the spindles to speed up to 5,400 RPMs. That's the one of the lowest form factors, or the lowest standards when it comes to laptops. They usually don't go any higher than 7,200 RPM because it's more expensive and it causes more heat, and it also takes up a lot more battery life. Now, solid state drives, on the other hand, is almost like your phone. So you have a chip that stores data. It's non-volatile data, and or storage, that is, which means that's, I believe, like, that's the right terminology, is non-volatile, which means that it stays on the chip even if the thing powers down. The beauty of it, there's no moving parts in a solid state drive. It's just straight memory, so to speak, right? It's just straight flash storage. That's what it's called. And with her having a 1 terabyte solid state drive, that means there's no moving parts. She saves a lot of battery life with that, and you also have a lot quicker storage access times too. So as you're downloading files from like your, or moving files from one place to another, or you're trying to start up applications, or even just booting up the computer, it's lightning fast. So 2017 MacBook Pros, they're made so thin that most of them are really only solid state drives only because of the fact that they're a lot thinner too. I mean, they're literally actually about the size of this right here, which is a lot less than a credit card size. So that's a little information for everybody out there who doesn't know what solid state drive is. So congrats to Yvonne. So please continue with your story.
And it was so funny because, once of course, obviously, the first person I called was Anthony, and it was through the MacBook Pro, on through Messenger, Facebook Messenger, and he was kind of like telling me to investigate on it, and he was showing me little things, and that's when we figured out it was a 1 terabyte storage or solid state drive, and also a 16 gigabyte RAM. And and it was so funny because the first thing that I brought up was the idea that it was so funny how, like, in my relationship with my now ex, I really depended on him. It's not that I expected it. I don't want anyone to think that I expected it. But
But promises were
you
made.
know, there was a promise made, and sometimes I feel like, because he was up and willing to do certain things like that for me, to buy me something that could have cost him like possibly like a $2,000 laptop. I think sometimes he tried to use that as control, and I think this laptop, or this, at least, to say the least, has taught me that I didn't need anyone else to help me out, that I do have people around me who do care, and that's something that I do struggle a lot to comprehend, that I do have people out here who do care about me. Like, for instance, I always get compliments, for instance, like, about my appearance, or about my hair, or about
Mm-hmm.
my
Don't we know
nails, or my
this
makeup.
all?
You want
Mm-hmm.
me to but you want me to be honest, guys? Like, sometimes I don't believe them. Like, earlier when Anthony was saying, I
Whatever.
really
You
enjoy
know you're
talking to
hot. You
you,
know you're hot.
I actually don't. Like, I look at myself and I think my face is not symmetrical, and it's because of an injury that I got on my cheek, on my right cheek
You
over
can't even
here.
tell.
Um,
I'm the one who actually thinks that I'm not even all that handsome because of my fucking puffy eyes and my
I
me
have them
trying to
all.
lose weight and everything like that.
I have like dark circles, dude. Like every ethnic person does. And like when people say like stuff like how Anthony was saying earlier, that I enjoy talking to Yvonne, it's really hard for me to process those compliments. And I'm not saying this to fetch anymore. I'm really
Yeah,
just
she,
saying,
she doesn't want you to stop with those compliments. Keep complimenting her.
right? I'm really honestly saying this because it's something that I have struggled for years. Um, really believing that, the people around me do really appreciate and care about me. And I think, to say the least, that this sign, or this gift, because this person didn't really need to do this. This person lives in one of the most expensive cities in California. He had
Hmm.
about 5 MacBook Pros lying around his house, and he just thought it would be so nice and so sweet to provide a laptop. And he kept calling me every day. He kept calling me like every like 2 or 3 times a day to see how it was working for me.
Mm.
And
Calling you every
he was
day.
actually like really
Bow
cool.
chicka bow bow.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I honestly, I'm still in disbelief. I can't believe that I have a fucking MacBook Pro now, guys. Look at that thing.
Look at that thing. It's so
Yeah,
beautiful.
and and it has a
Hold on,
touch
I gotta
bar.
put it. There you go. Go ahead.
There's a touch bar, and it's like super thin. It's just crazy. And look at that hater.
No, but seriously, that is a really cool. Like, I'm so proud of you, Yvonne, because it's like, you know, you work really hard, and these gifts don't come very often. You know, um, and these things are once in a lifetime. And she's been saying like, I'm still in denial. This is actually happening to her. She's super happy, which she's definitely entitled to these feelings. But what I've been telling her, and I'm telling you guys all out there too, don't deny it. Don't be like, oh, I'm still in shock. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. By saying these things, the laws of attraction will provide. It doesn't care if it's going to be negative or positive. So just speak, share it. That you just say thank you, and just enjoy what you have. You completely deserve this, Yvonne. You really deserve this.
And it's funny that you say that because, like every person that I have told about this MacBook Pro, that's the very first thing that everyone says, but you deserved it. But see, here's the thing, like, my initial thought when I hear that from everyone is like, what did I do to deserve it? I was only doing my job.
You're being
I
a
was
dumb bitch.
only
That's
doing
why you
what I
deserve
needed
it.
to. Right? I was being a dumb bitch, so I did something right.
Dumb
And
bitch
that was by
stuff.
being a dumb bitch. It was dumb bitch stuff, totally. But, like, I think, that just really goes to show
I'll be right
us,
back. I'm just getting some water, but I can still hear you.
I think this is just really showing me that in general, I just need to learn to appreciate myself more. And I did mention in the one of the previous um live streams that it got to a point in my relationship where I started to wonder if I really was the bad person. And maybe, and I do admit that I do have my flaws. I'm definitely not a saint. But something that I have realized, or something that I have come to the conclusion of, is that this 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 person painted a picture of me being this complete villain, and this person who was out to get him. And like I said, I do admit to my faults, and I do admit that I had my own issues, but the idea that this person wanted to paint a picture that I was basically Cruella de Vil in his movie.
Cruella
um
de Vil, Cruella scare you. Your audio will. Cruella, Cruella. Your audio just cut
Cruella.
out on
Oh wait, my pizza's here,
you.
hold on.
Your audio's Cruella de Vil. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm gonna wait for her to come back. But that's freaking awesome. Like, I love it. I love stories like this. And I'm not sure if Queen Bean's still in here or not, or anybody else for that matter. I still seek one concurrent viewer, but that's okay. Content. I still only see one concurrent viewer right now in our chat, but that's okay. I love doing this anyway. So.
Well, anyway, it was a false alarm. um and I kind of figured it was too soon.
Oh,
But
Queen Bean just cut someone out of her life today.
everyone's cutting people out of their lives, like, and funny enough how, like, and guys, watch your
No, fuck the fucking video. You were saying? Because not
but
only
yeah,
not only not only Queen Bee's cutting somebody out of her life, and we're cutting people out of our life. So is the audio in this fucking stream. The
they're
stream
really
keeps cutting
cutting
out. I don't know.
they're really cut off the
I
bullshit.
don't know
Just
why it
cut
keeps
off
doing
the
that. I honestly
bullshit.
don't. And I'm so over it right now. I'm ready to actually like format my computer because I think that's what's causing the problem.
I thought you said it was the sound box.
I don't honestly know. And I think I want to reformat my computer first, even though it means I have to reinstall the software. But at least that way is free. I don't have to buy a new piece of hardware in case it's not a hardware issue or a software, or if it is a software issue, then I'm reformatting everything. But she said that probably they probably think that I'm a villain too. I ghosted him for 10 months, still kept calling, messaging, and he just wasn't getting the message. Oh, he wasn't getting the message that you were ghosting him.
that
I'm gonna pull
you're
a random
just
card on this.
basically not interested, right?
I'm gonna pull a random card on this
Um,
just to see what it's all about. But yeah, like we're like today shit. Today,
yeah, well, then again, because Venus is in retrograde, a lot of us are reevaluating our love lives. And also, when Venus goes in retrograde, we're going inward and we're seeing, where are we valuing ourselves and where we're not valuing ourselves? Are we loving ourselves? Do the people around us really do love us?
interesting. Six of
And
Swords. I just pulled this one
also,
out.
it was Queen Bean who
Yeah,
said this, right?
that was Queen Bean, and she's talking about how she's, you know, doing all this bullshit, you know, and she feels that she's, harboring all these issues. And I just pulled the Six of Swords, which exactly is that right there. Like you're ready to move forward, and but at the same time, like there's some baggage coming along with you on this. Like you're harboring either just the thoughts, the energy and things like that. Nothing negative. It's just that, they're with you at this time. So
Well, I don't know what this laptop really means. It could just be the fact that someone is helping me out, but I think for sure is that I feel like the universe wanted me to know that I didn't need a lover or I didn't need him specifically to accomplish these things.
you didn't have to do
And
that
that,
bow with him.
I'm sorry, say that again.
You didn't have to do that bow thing with him in order to get that
For
laptop.
real, right? For real, right? I
Like
don't,
suck that
and
dick.
funny enough, like, and this person didn't ask for anything in return. This person went out of their way and asked for a signature required shipping. Like, he wanted to make sure that I got it. And, this person didn't even ask me to even pay for my shipping,
You won't believe the card I just
to,
pulled for you, Yvonne.
for me.
For you, the
Okay,
King
what
of
is that?
Pentacles.
King of Pentacles.
King of
Well, he is
Pentacles.
someone who makes pretty good money. He is someone who makes pretty good money, so it doesn't surprise me. But what do you think it is?
So,
But he is a Pisces, so
oh well, we all know about Pisces, don't we, Yvonne? Shit.
definitely.
Fuck.
Just in case you were
I'm
gonna say he's a water
done
sign, he's a
with
Pisces.
Pisces. Well, I mean, I'm not really done with all Pisces, but I mean,
Oh
if
no.
I'll probably take care of that. Yeah. Wait, are you muted? Say something. Ah. Welcome back to the ASMR Tarot. My name is Anthony.
Right. Oh,
No,
and another
you
thing
have
that
to
I
whisper.
wanted
This
to
is
say
ASMR. This is ASMR. Please
right?
whisper.
Okay, we'll definitely whisper.
Yes, this is ASMR. This is the sound of tarot against the microphone.
Anyway, can you elaborate on what the King of Pentacles means in your situation?
The King of Pentacles means to you that you need to start putting out. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like you got sugar babies. You got sugar daddies
Sugar
around
daddies.
you.
No, but so, King of Pentacles, so as you said, because he is in the IT field, right? So as a King of Pentacles, it's all about you're stable in what you do, you're making the money and stuff like that, you have everything being made for you. Now the thing is, as a king, kings are, most kings, at least in some of the good stories, is that they're giving people, they're not just assholes, right? Especially with the King of Pentacles, it's all about physical things. Now he happens to have, as you mentioned, he has a lot of laptops, right? Max,
Yeah.
for that matter.
If you had them laying
So
around, yeah.
exactly. So if it's laying around, especially 2017 models, now bear in mind, everybody, this is a $1,500 plus laptop. And it's not just $1,500. The fact that it's a touch bar, you can add on like an additional $500. That's the Apple tax when it comes to those touch bars, right? So I'm pretty sure that laptop at this time was about $2,000, close to it with tax, right? So this is a really great deal, right? And also, she got adapters to go along with it, which is something that people really hated during the time when they first started introducing the Touch Bar MacBook Pros, because of the fact that they all went straight into USB-C, right? And USB-C, for those of you who don't know what that is, it looks like the micro USB cable, but it's more of an oval shape, right? So that means you can actually plug it in any direction. It doesn't really matter. There's actually faster data transfer rates too. But the thing is, people were up in arms because you had to buy adapters and everything, and that costs money. They're upwards between $30 to even $100 depending on what you're getting. She got a USB-C to regular USB-A adapter, and those usually cost maybe $25 to maybe even $50 just coming from Apple alone, right? And she got a really good
Yeah, it was
quality
on my
one.
book.
She got the headphones to go along with it, and some other
He
accessories to
gave
go on.
me he gave me the computer charger, a brand new one, by the way. It was still in the plastic.
Oh, are you serious? And
And
it comes with
yeah,
another one too already with the laptop, or is it just brand new?
no, and he gave me an extra iPhone charger, but with an adapter to
Mmm.
make it longer. So he went all out, and like
That's
I'm
almost
saying,
a
he didn't
hundred.
ask for
That's a
anything in
hundred plus
return.
dollars of accessories right there. I mean, the charger alone is $75. Okay, if it's brand
Hmm.
new, $75, and then you have the USB C. If it's an Apple to iPhone, which I assume is the Thunderbolt or the Lightning port to USB C, you can bet that that right there is $30. 25, maybe $20 to $25, $30 top, right? Then you have your USB-C to USB-A adapter, right? Which is 3.0, but that right there is probably 35, yeah, 30 to $35, right? So we add all this up, that's close to $200 extra accessories, right? And she just, oh god, the fucking, I'm sorry to be dropping some f bombs here, but like it really like I geek out when it comes to these kind of things, you know. There you go. So as I was saying, I geek out when it comes to these things, and that's why I'm really excited for her. And we still only have Queen Bean, which is cool. We love you, Queen Bean. So we love your support. But yeah, she got $200 worth of accessories on top of a 2017, which is an i5 dual core, 16 gigabyte, 1 terabyte. Now the thing is, these laptops, I'm pretty sure they came standard with 256 gigabytes of storage initially, which you can upgrade to a 512 gigabyte solid state drive, which is usually like either 150 to $200 more because they use M2 chips, right? And those are more expensive than your typical SATA solid state drives. So they're using M2 chips, I believe, in the 2017 editions of these MacBook Pros. So, but the thing is, she's getting a 1 terabyte M2 chip. Like that's huge. So you're looking at like another my 1 terabyte M2 chip for my Mac Pro that I have over here. That one costed almost 200, maybe $300 just for that chip alone. So let's put this together. A a MacBook Pro with a 256 gigabyte with Touch Bar is probably going to run you about $2,000. Okay, adding on the additional 1 terabyte, which Apple did not provide in terms of upgrading it, you had to buy it on your own, and the standard come was 8 gigabytes of RAM, and he did the maximum, which is 16 gigabytes. Okay, so tack on maybe another $100, $2,100 for this MacBook Pro, and then the solid state drive, another $300 for the 1 terabyte M2 chip solid state drive. So what are we at now? $2,400. Then we add on, let's just round it up, $200 in accessories. We have the brand new charger. Well, I mean, it comes standard with it, so we'll actually leave that out. But we'll say you got the USB-C adapter, you got the lightning bolt
The
adapter,
earphones.
the earphones, which usually cost about 15 to $20. You said you got two of those, right?
No, he gave me one
Okay.
adapter.
So we're looking at maybe let's see here, 30,
And he gave me an
50,
extra iPhone
60.
charger with an extension.
Okay, so we're looking at maybe $70 worth of extra. So we're now up to about $2,500 for the 17-inch MacBook Pro with all the trimmings. And
13.
huh? Well, 13-inch,
He
yeah,
said
but still,
17.
13-inch. But the thing is, it's like, you wanted to get the one without the touch bar, right? Which is already 14 to $1,500 after tax. She just got $1,000 upgrade, and not just an upgrade, a fucking free laptop. Like I'm super stoked for you. Like I really am stoked for you. Like you have no idea. I love these little stories. It's almost like the Cinderella story. You know, you get to go to the ball, but in this case, it's a fucking laptop. And I can't hear you. So yeah,
Goodness gracious.
goodness gracious, exactly. They don't want it. They, whatever it is, doesn't want us to share this joyous, momentous
Or,
occasion.
or maybe
So,
some people with their haterade right there
mhm.
in the viewers, No, I'm just kidding.
So
Spreading
yeah,
their haterade over here.
but yeah, this is
I'm
like a
kidding.
Cinderella story. This is Cinderella story, but instead of getting her ball gown, she actually got a laptop. So, but this laptop doesn't go away after at the stroke of midnight. So, congratulations.
Exactly. And it's so funny because, who the fuck goes out of the way to like gift, laptops out of nowhere. And like how Anthony said, it is one of those one in a lifetime things where people do things for you.
Random acts of
And
kindness, and you must have done something that it just created a ripple effect. You did something nice, even though he may not even know it. But it's a ripple effect. You do something nice for somebody else, and it's going to make its way over to him or to somebody else. It's going to benefit you. And that's what I've been trying to preach to a lot of people. And that's why I try to make an attempt to not curse at people because they make me annoyed with them. I try to be as nice as possible, even though people feel that. I sometimes feel that human kindness is universal, should be universal, but unfortunately, it's not. It's more like relative, and no, every little thing counts.
what is your story today, Anthony?
Yes. So this is wait. Do we have one more day till May? May's finished. Is it 30 days or 31 days in May?
31 days, so tomorrow's the last day.
Tomorrow is the last day, and which is I'm closing up my um and I think I might do a live stream when I come home tomorrow after my hike. But I am coming to a close on my 30 days of self love, which has been a really interesting journey for me. Now I tried to oh, she got disconnected, and she probably got her pizza right now, so she'll probably call back in a minute. Um, you're right. Actually, you're very right. I feel we should always pay forward. There she is. We always pay forward all the good done to us. Exactly. I completely 100% agree with that. So, um, uh, so yeah, I'm coming to the end with my 30 days of self love, and it's been a really interesting journey for me. It's not just about the affirmations in terms of me opening up and coming to reality in terms of what I endured in my relationship and changing my life. If you follow me on my Instagram, please, or if you don't follow me on my Instagram, please do. It's under the same name, Groovified, and I've been trying to track it there, and I'm hitting a lot of the stories there actually lately. Now, like today was actually a really good day for me. Um, it's a two-parter, as a matter of fact. So I actually took the day today to clear out most, if not all, of my ex's belongings from my room, put it into a bag, and put it into the garage. Right? I'm not sure what's going to happen to it, but it's now out of that line of sight. Now here's the funny part, because as some of you already know, aggressively doing. Excuse me. I've been aggressively doing my diet and my workout. And I definitely feel the changes. I see the changes too. Like now, I'm actually starting to get the muscle veins in my arms, which is so freaking cool. I love that. I've also been using sauna vests and sauna leggings to help me sweat more, to help me, not just reduce the inches, but to kind of boost my metabolism as I'm working out. And every Sunday, I'm going on a hike with my best friend, and I'm trying to go on my own personal hikes as well. That way, I can keep that exercise momentum going. The benefit of all this right here, as I was going through my ex's closet stuff, I was actually trying on some of his clothes. Now, I always wore an XL or a double XL, and those were always the comfortable ones. But then as I started, like this right here is an XL, or actually I think this may be a double XL, but I can't remember. But this is a very baggy shirt, and I was looking at some of the clothes that were larges in the closet, and I tried it on, and they started to fit. I was like, oh shit, like this stuff is actually starting to fit now. So I was trying on different shirts and stuff like that, and like I didn't have to suck in my tummy too much or like that. I was just kind of like the standard, just sitting there, right? I didn't have to suck in my tummy just to kind of pose or anything like that. I just put on the shirt and I was comfortable. And then on top of that, button-up shirts. Like I had size large or always double XL or XL button-up shirts that had to always be baggy because of my tummy and everything, and my frame was just kind of like chubby, but um now I'm actually fitting into the large button-up shirts instead of just the large and extra large, and it's actually feeling good. It's looking good too. And then I went further than that. I've been wearing size 38 and 40 pants. Now I can actually, well, it's kind of a snug fit, but still it's good. I can now fit into size 36 jeans. 36. Now I still have to, my waist still have to go down, which that's going down a lot already because I can already feel it in my shirt, right? So that's one thing. And it's funny because I actually put on this one pink shirt today, and I was like trying to flex and everything, and it looked like I was about to burst out of the shirt. I was like, yeah, manly. No, but so yeah, it was such an amazing point because I've been working really hard to to stay on my diet, which I actually been doing really good. My oh look, she got the pizza. Let me guess, that is the cheese and is that the pineapple and cheese pizza?
Pineapple and jalapenos.
Pineapple jalapenos. Oh yeah, there we go. Which I actually don't mind having. Now, so I've actually been sticking to my diet like hard on, like Yvonne knows. I've been sending her pictures of my diet and stuff like that. I keep on. Now right now I'm actually going to be doing a keto diet, which is more just fatty protein meals and less carbohydrates, right? Um, and they're really healthy. Just the high protein, good fats, and so forth. Just less carbohydrates and less calories I'm dealing with. I'm also introducing protein shakes. I actually have muscle milk, and I have I think called isotone is what it's called, and one of them is like regular protein where it helps with a little bit of recovery, but it also helps you curb your hunger and just give you straight protein and other vitamins and minerals. But there's also this other one that helps you with your like your muscle development. So this actually helps you recover with whey. I'm also adding in. There we go. So, I have two types of protein shakes that I take. One after the workout and one before or during the day. I'm also adding creatine into the mix, as well as collagen powder, as well as sea moss, and maybe a few fruits here and there. Um, and yeah, with those things right there, that's helping me. So the creatine is supposed to help promote muscle buildup, but it also helps you retain water a little bit more. So I have to be careful about that. But as I'm working out more, retaining the water is actually a good thing because that way I don't have to drink as much when it comes to keeping myself hydrated during workouts and stuff like that. I'll be able to maintain longer periods of energy. So that's what I've been introducing into my diet and stuff like that. That's what I've been doing. I'll do also like maybe an egg white omelet in the morning with just vegetables, mushrooms, onions, and broccoli, right? For lunch, I'll probably do either a chicken or roast beef sandwich on just two slices of bread, or I'll do a half a sandwich with maybe a bowl of soup, and then at dinner.
You can do a full sandwich.
Well, the thing is, the reason why I do a half sandwich because I actually get full very fast now. I can't finish my lunch if I do a full sandwich with a soup. I can't do it. And that's, I guess it's kind of good, the fact that my appetite's now starting to get curved like that. But I actually, in order for me to not get like bloated, because I ate too much, I now actually have to do half sandwich. Um, and when it comes to like late night snacks, I was actually pretty smart about it. I think it was 2 nights ago. I did a BLT, but instead of using bread because that's carbohydrates, so I'm trying to keep my glucose down. Um, I actually did an open face BLT. So I cooked a few strips of bacon with a slice of tomato and 2 butterleaf lettuce as the bread, and I ate that and a slice of cheese in the middle, and I ate that as a sandwich. And the next morning, my glucose level was at 94, which is the target area I'm supposed to be at. You know, and
Hmm.
and I'm not supposed. I shouldn't be eating at night, but the fact that I was smart about this and I ate, mostly protein with some vegetables, but you have to be careful with the vegetables because vegetables has carbohydrates. And the fact that I
Hmm.
made that open faced sandwich, I actually felt good. It wasn't too full, or nor did I feel bloated with that. And the next morning, it worked out really well. So yeah, Queen Beam, you said talk about weight loss. Feels good to be fitting in those clothes again. Yeah, absolutely. And here's the thing, those clothes that I'm fitting in were my ex's clothes, and he actually wore a size or two smaller than me. He wore a size large. I usually wore extra large to double XLs. That's how
So
big it
he
was.
left his clothes there?
Well, he took a lot of his clothes. He took a lot of his clothes, and but he couldn't take everything. But he did take like 2 suitcases, no, 3 suitcases worth of clothes and duffel bags and so forth, backpacks and everything like that. He took a lot of clothes, but he still had a bunch of clothes that he didn't take, like button-up shirts and some graphic T-shirts that he didn't want to wear anymore. He left it with me, and as I put it on, I was like, "Fuck, I look hot." I'm just kidding.
Ah.
No, but like, if you look at my Instagram, actually took some pictures of my stories, and which is Instagram Groovified. Same as my channel name, and you'll see like some of the pictures I took. I was wearing like a sweater that I got from Christmas last Christmas. That somebody bought me as a gift. I couldn't fit that thing. It was too tight on my body. And as I put it on today, I was like, ooh, I can zip it up. He also had a regular large reversible coat that I couldn't even fit in. It was not even a stretchable coat either, and I would have to suck in like all my might in order to fit that in that thing. Now I was actually able to, it's still snug, but I was able actually to put it on today. I was like, it felt good. Um, it felt good, and the thing is also. The pants being as a size 36. Now I know that the waist is more like the belly button, but this actually, because my thighs will be. This is so annoying. So I'm now able to actually fit in a size 36 jeans. I still have to get rid of my gut, which is going down because the fact that I know it's going down because these shirts are now starting to fit. I started noticing that my cheeks are starting to go down a little bit too. I may have a comparison photo to show maybe next week, but I took some and gut. Yeah, gut is the hardest, but this is what I'm actually doing. I actually have a sauna vest and a sauna pants, along with some arm bands that I put around my arms to make me sweat some more. So I'm creating more heat as I'm working out, and obviously I have to be safe about that. I have to keep introducing water, make sure that my glucose or my carbohydrates is actually up because I actually burn more carbohydrates because of that, right? But it does boost your metabolism as you start to heat up your body in a sauna. So it's a sauna suit pretty much. And oh boy, this past week I've been wearing the sauna suit, and I tell you what, you could have sworn that I used my clothes to mop up like a the rain on the street or something like that. Like I was drenched, and I mean, as gross as it sounds, it was really cool. I loved it. So, Queen
Need to get
Bean,
one of
do
those.
it,
You
do
need to
it,
send
do
me
it,
the link.
do it. Like, get into it. And you know what? Um, I
So I only
challenge
have the
you.
waist ones, but I want the whole body one.
Yeah. So, I mean, I have like a
It doesn't
two.
go over my boobs, right? Because I don't want to lose my boobs.
Well, you could just get the one with the waist. You can. I mean, there's two of them. There's one like a bra, and then there's one with just the waist, right? So
Okay.
you can get them in. You can have them in different pieces. But Queen Bean, do it. I challenge you. This is your challenge, you know. And you know what? Mondays is June 1st. Okay, take tomorrow to create a plan, research a little bit. I mean, if it doesn't have to be about, oh, I have to have a plan to get the whole 30 days. The whole part of the 30 days is about even discovering the plan of you getting motivated into fitness, right? Yvonne has actually been telling me, this to be more realistic in terms of my goals. But I've been telling her, and I've also been telling this to my family and friends, that with me feeling this good, I'm actually going for the goal to have flat tummy with possible like 6 pack abs. And I believe I can do it. It's gonna take time though. I'd be very patient with it. Okay, and if I don't get the 6 pack abs, until I'm 50, it's okay. As long as I look good and I feel good, and I got the arms coming in already, which is super cool. I love it. My chest is starting to come. Like I'm getting the man boobs now, but good man boobs, not like old man boobs.
Right.
But look, I look. Actually, managed to actually flex. Watch it. Watch this. Boom, 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 boom. What? Left, right, left, right. You can't see it right now because it's just bad camera, and plus I have two layers of shirts on. But um, it really feels good. Okay, so Queen Bean, I challenge you. Record some videos, put it on YouTube or something like that, or you know what? Better yet, as we do these live streams, both on Yvonne's and my channels, call us. Call us and share your story and your stats. We would
Share your
love to hear it.
experience.
Yeah, share your experience with us. Like, use us as a platform if you want to. We totally welcome it. Like, do it. I know you can do it. I'm fucking up my hair right now, but and she said her birthday's next month too.
Yay!
So that's perfect. Like what better way to get And here's another cool thing too. With me, and actually, let me backtrack here. And I don't think I didn't told you this story yet either, Yvonne. I think it was maybe 7 or 8 years ago. I went to Great America. It was a theme park, roller coasters and everything. I fucking love roller coasters. Okay, I love them to death. I play video games of roller coasters,
Let's
and
go.
but here's the thing. 8 years ago, I wanted to go on my favorite roller coaster ride, and I went there with my ex. He got on the ride. Everything's looking good until they started pushing down the strap on me, and it would not go down. It wouldn't click. It was so embarrassing. Two people had to go by and try to push that harness into me, and I couldn't ride my favorite roller coaster. And I was just like, I was devastated. You can't call
How
long
did that make you
distance.
feel?
That's okay. Well, you know what? Email us tarot at groovymermaids.com. Maybe we can do like a Zoom, or better yet, we can actually get you on a maybe Facebook Messenger call or something like that. We'll figure it out. But just email us tarot at thegroovymermaids.com or groovify.com. Either one. The email is actually in the link below. So give us an email, and that way we can try to sync up with you. And then next time you want to call in, you want to talk with us over the line, we'll be ready. But what was your question, Yvonne?
Oh, I totally forgot.
It was about me like
Oh
not
no,
being able to fit, right?
oh yeah, like what did you end up doing? You just ended up leaving, or how did that make you feel?
So I had to get off the roller coaster, and my ex got to stay on it because I told him, just stay on it, just enjoy the ride. At least one of us can enjoy it. And then I saw him take off in the roller coaster while I had to go down the exit with my head bowed in shame, the tail between my legs, and so unbelievably embarrassed. They were telling me I'm sorry. It's just I'm like, yeah, I know. I was able to ride a few other rides too, but I got kicked off again on a couple of them, and at that point I knew I was too big to ride the rides. I think I was borderlining around 270, maybe 275 at the time.
Hmm.
That's a big
And then
deal.
when you started the 30 days of self-love, what was your weight
When I
when
first
you
started, it
started?
was around 250 plus pounds. So I did lose weight between that time and up to this month, right? I did lose weight because I've been active in terms of helping out my stepdad, during his dementia, and making sure that he was taking care of my ex at the time, because everybody was pretty much you know, was in some type of medical condition where they needed my help, and I was doing most of the lifting. We had Alhambra water get delivered to us every like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks or so. So I'd have to lift up the 5 gallon jugs and then bring it into the house and whatnot. So I was exercise there. I had to bring in the groceries. I had to, I did a lot of stuff, and that which helped me reduce my weight down to something manageable. Last year was 265, and then it was 250 right before I started this 30 days of self love. And then now, with me, just within this 1 month, I'm now down to 240 pounds. I lost 10 pounds in this month. But here's the thing, I'm doing weight training as well. So I'm gaining muscle mass at the same time as losing my weight. So, the scale's not going to help me out anymore. I'm going to be gaining weight as I'm losing the inches. So inches is more important at this point. And if you actually look at one of my posts on Instagram, you'll see that my results. I like, for my waist was still the same size, but I know that but different parts of my waist was actually going down. The bottom part of my waist is still at the 45 mark, but the upper part of my abdomens, or of my stomach, definitely decreased. But my chest started coming out, so my chest was 44, and now it's 40. It's not 40, but it's 51 inches. My biceps used to be at 14 inches, and now my biceps are now 16 inches. So, like, I'm feeling the difference. I see the difference. Everything's looking good. Hey, Valentina, welcome. So, um, so yeah, this has been a really great journey. But I'm still continuing my journey. Even though I'm now seeing these results, I'm 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 sorry to say that with the curse words. I'm fucking going for the goal, guys. I'm fucking going for the goal. Like, it feels so good. And here's the cool part too. And I haven't told you this yet, Yvonne. I don't think I did. There's people at my work who actually contacted me and said, "Dude, you're motivating me to fucking get fit." And these people were more
Yeah.
fit than I was. One of them, I'll just call him Frank for now. His name starts with an F. Um, he lives in Vancouver, and he has his own boat. He was fit. He does like cross training and everything like that. But for him to come to someone like me who's not athletic at all, to tell me that that I'm motivating him to get back into fitness, that is
Because it's hard.
it's very hard.
It's a discipline.
It's definitely.
It definitely is a discipline, and it's definitely a lifestyle. Here in the city that I live in, I was hearing that they're going to start opening more stuff not starting on Monday, so I'm going to start going to my local
Gym.
park in
There
the
you go.
evenings and just running there at the park.
Oh wow, it is 11:11. Well, good catch on that one. And
Mm-hmm.
numerology, that's four. Stability. We all got stability coming along.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And oneness.
I'm in Northern California. She's in Southern California. So LA, and I'm in
But same
Stockton.
time, but it's the same time zone, 11,
Same,
11
yeah,
for us.
Pacific time for us. So, what was I getting at before? So on Instagram, my cousin contacted me. Now, this was even more motivational for me, because my cousin, he's actually the youngest, but this guy used to be so physically fit. He had muscles and everything. He's now a police officer, a full-fledged police officer. Very good looking. He has a family, a kid, very sharp looking guy, right? And you can see his definition. If I was to show a picture, but I'm going to do that for his safety. But if you look at his, like, with like regular clothes, you can see like he has pecs, he has arms and stuff like that. Like, he's physically fit. For him to tell me tonight, dude, you're making me want to get back into to getting fit again. Like, he was congratulating me and everything like that, and I'm like, dude, that's freaking awesome. Like, it makes me feel so So good. Got it to them. Um, and by the way, she's eating a cheese, what's it called, a pineapple and jalapeno pizza, which is what we ate last time we were together. So that's sort of like my closing remarks in terms of my 30 days of self-love was the dieting, the exercise, and of course some of the mental affirmations that I've already been talking about that you might have seen with me, talking about the relationship and all this other stuff. I have a new challenge that I'm going to be getting into, and it's going to be a little bit hard for me in terms of scheduling. I might start either this week or the following week. I just need to organize it, but I'm most likely going to be starting this week. It is the 30-day self challenge of music. All right, so 30 days of self love music edition. Right now, what I'm going to be doing is going to mix of certain things. The first thing is that because I used to be totally into like karaoke, I used to love singing, you know, and I stopped singing for many years because I was depressed and all this other stuff. And so now, at least either once or twice a week, I'm going to pick a song based on an affirmation that I pick on the website or on a article that I have, and I'm going to sing a song and record it and then show it to everybody here, right? And really try to get back into getting my voice back. I felt like I was a really good singer. Believe it or not, I actually applied for the Showtime of the Apollo in San Francisco, and I won second place.
Ooh, I want to do it now.
I won second place. I actually I sang "Me and Mrs. Jones," but I lost to a gospel singer. This woman had pipes, but the people kind of
Okay.
got upset because the fact that she kind of plucked some people's heartstrings by saying, "Oh, my husband is bad in health, so that's why I'm going to sing this song. I'm going to dedicate it to him and all this stuff." And she also did on a pre-recorded track where I actually sang with a live band. So you can see why people thought that I was kind of robbed, but I really really enjoyed singing. You want to hear some singing right now? I might wake up my mom though. Um,
Let's do it another night.
we'll do it another night. Um, um, I was just singing to Yvonne right now some doo wop, but uh, I'm sure if I want to do it. She sleeps her door open, so she's gonna let the dog run out. But um, I'm definitely going to sing for you guys next week because that is part of the challenge. And no matter if I sing bad or good, that's all about it. About understanding my failures, my imperfections, and being able to get better at singing. I told my mom today that I was listening to some music today, and we're eating and watching TV, and that's when I turned off the TV and I started putting on some music. You know what, Mom? I want to bring more music into this house. That I'm going to bring more music to this house, which brings more positivity, more positive energy, um, positive spirits to help us through these times. We need more music in this house because she is an excellent singer. My mother, she used to run her own karaoke shows at different bars, and she would sing like, um, what's her name? Um, what was her name? Um,
Celine Dion.
she did sing Celine Dion. She loves singing that "My Heart Will Go On." But there's that one woman who sang "Don't Rain on My Parade." What's her name? Not Martha. I don't know why I'm thinking Martha Stewart, but hold on. Let me look up the name real quick. Um, it had Barbara Streisand. It was Barbara Streisand. She did a really good. She does a really good job of singing Barbara Streisand and others, all this cool stuff too. So, um, so yeah, I want to bring more music, and to help me bring more music, it's not just about singing karaoke. I wanted to go a step further. I've always wanted to learn a new instrument, so I went out and bought my first ukulele. Um, I didn't want to spend too much time learning an instrument where I'm not going to be able to get to the goal that I want. And as I started doing some research, I found out that ukuleles are actually very, very easy to learn. And people, you kind of do like four chords in a strumming fashion, just to create some background music for yourself. But I also want to be able to hear the tones and keep myself in tune. But I also going to be using or learning how to do separate notes in order to play the music, not just the chords. So on Friday or Thursday, excuse me, I bought my ukulele, and here it is. I don't have it tuned just yet, and I haven't tried it just yet either. I literally just received it today, and so it's out of tune. So I need to. I have it, and the thing actually it comes with all these accessories too. So I'm gonna show it to you. But actually, before I do that, you can see here. Like it has like these little stars and whales to kind of help you see where you're doing your strumming. The artistry on this is really nice. It's all wood, real wood, and even the craftsmanship on on these pieces here. It's not focusing here, and I apologize, but you get some really nice dials here for the strings. So so there's my ukulele. Now this one right here, there's three different types of ukuleles. There's the concert, which is also the alto, which is also known as the alto, which is what this one is. It's actually larger, with a much fuller sound and a little bit deeper than the soprano. The soprano actually has a shorter band, right? This one's a little bit longer, and the next one after that is a tenor, which is a little bit longer than that, right? This has four strings on it, and unlike a regular guitar, which has six, this only has four, and it actually uses plastic strings instead of metal. So it'll be easier for me to actually learn where to actually do these the chords as I'm singing these songs, right? So there's that, and I got this for like maybe $51, $52 on Amazon. It comes with this. It comes with this tuner as well. So what you do is you place it on the actual ukulele here, and as you tune it, you can, and it'll actually show you right there. So if I strung this, it'll show the letter that I'm trying to play. It's not doing it. Oh, I think I have to have it on here. Hold on.
You have to plug it in onto yes,
Yeah, because this one
the
actually
top.
goes by vibration. I forgot about that. So
Hmm.
if I do this here now, there it goes. See, that's a D, G, and there it definitely is off. You could tell. You could tell right there. But it's a digital. Um, it's a digital tuner, which is really great. Um, Again, all this came for $50. Even the case for $50. Came with a cleaning cloth, extra strings, ukulele strings, which is actually black in color. It also comes with a cap, string caps. So to bring the pitch higher on the ukulele, I could put this clip on the neck, which will bring the pitch higher for the ukulele. And then I have a pick holder, and it came with 2 wooden picks and 3 plastic ones. I got a strap with it as well. Here are the wooden picks, and I also get a plastic maraca.
That's so cute.
It isn't it?
Yeah.
And I ordered a gyro, because and the gyro is like a wood block with like ridges on it, and then you take a stick and you kind of, and it gives you a nice percussion sound, like background percussion sound. So what I want to do as I get better with this, probably like in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that's my goal. I'm going to record myself playing 2 instruments. Like I'll do this one first, and I'll record myself doing a second one, and I'm going to try to harmonize with myself, because I love harmonizing in songs. Now, the kind of songs I can do with this one, I was actually researching a lot. I mean, a lot of people think like, oh, doo-wop or just something high strung. There's a lot of different styles of music that you can actually do with the ukulele. And then I'm hoping by 1 month or two, I'll be able to, get enough practice down to where I'll be able to upgrade to a regular guitar. Because I just want to use the guitar as a background music, really, just to complement the music and be able allow me to sing songs, right? So that's what I'm planning to do. So my first ukulele, y'all, I'm super super happy about this. Definitely something I've always wanted to do. Was to pick up an instrument and play. I mean, I have a piano over here, but it's gonna take me like maybe years to actually really learn a piano. I mean, I could probably
Not
do it.
really. Pianos are easy.
You think so? Well, that's probably
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
know how to play.
Yeah.
But so yeah.
But it's easy.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking that if I just focus on just playing chords on a piano, then it'll probably make it a little bit easier for me, since I don't really need to play like full on song where I'm doing the solo and the background music. I just need to do the background music, just the chords. Then I could probably learn that on the piano, which is perfectly fine for me because I'm going to be doing most of the singing anyway. But there's this one guy that actually I was looking at a lot of covers on how people did, like people were playing Whitney Houston, I Always Love You, stuff like that, and like you can do a lot with a ukulele. I mean, people think that, you know, my mom, when I told my mom about it, she's like, "Oh, tiptoe through the tulips," and I was like, "No, it's not just that. There's some really beautiful songs that you can sing with it, and um, be prepared for me to like maybe get teary eyed on some of these songs too, because the other thing about me doing this song challenge is to really help me open up and express myself more. Like music is really all about expression. And I feel like that I'm already expressive enough. Do I like folklore?
Like folk music.
Yeah, like maybe some. I actually don't really follow any folk music, but if there's any of them that you like to request for me to sing, I will totally take it into consideration and I'll definitely practice it. And that'll be part of my challenge. Maybe like halfway down as I learn the ukulele more. If you guys drop a song that you want me to learn or that you want me to request, you want to request of me to sing, I'll totally do it. All right. So, but she knows. But Yvonne knows the kind of songs I like. She knows I love sappy love songs from the '90s. I
Oh
love
my
slappy
goodness.
night. Like I was like when we were together, I was blasting Mariah Carey and After Seven, and she's like, "Can we just play something dark and goth, please?" I'm like, "No, this is my
He's
car."
like, I just want to have an exorcism over here.
Um,
I just want to
Ed,
get exercised with
she
Iron
said Ed
Maiden.
Sheeran. So I'll definitely try out some of those songs. I'm gonna probably sing some really easy songs with this one, like just to start off with. But I'm gonna be like trust me, guys. I'm gonna put this into my workout routine as well. I'll probably do the ukulele practicing after my workout because I feel like that with my energy up, I'm more focused. Even with me being a little fatigued
You
and
are.
eating, yeah, I feel like that I'm in absorption mode. So, and I probably might practice during my lunch periods too. So yeah, so that is my challenge for myself. The 30 days self love music edition. I'm super stoked. So it's gonna be a mix of like karaoke and instrument learning, but most likely for mostly it's gonna be just instrument learning only. Um, uh, and I'll be doing like maybe once or twice a week some regular songs. I'll be singing like with some background music in the background. I'll sing into my microphone here or my phone, and I'll be able to do like a playback for you guys. So that's what I have to. That's my update. So Yvonne got a brand new freaking $2,500 to $2,600 MacBook 13-inch Pro with a solid state drive with 1 TB and all the trimmings and stuff like that. Congratulations. And then I'm now closing up my 30 days of self love tomorrow with a beautiful hike. So I'm actually going to try to do a live stream through Instagram. So that's if I still have signal. We're actually going to be doing waterfall hunting, and I'm going to take a lot of good pictures. Um, and I'm going to try to look my best too. Or no, I can't do that. I have to look straight. Yeah. Um, Merca. I was talking to somebody. He's like, you sound straight. I mean, if you were to talk to me before, I wouldn't have known that you were gay. I said, oh really? And so I was like, playing the stereotype of, give me a beer right now. I want to see some girls. I want to see some boobs. I want to see some vaginas. Give me the beer. Merca.
Hey, where are my Playboy
I mean,
magazines?
actually, that's a joke. Actually, I told him too. I was like, or I tell people too. Here's the joke. So, obviously, if it's a guy, like a straight guy, right, talking about women, they say some very vulgar shit, right? Like, dude, it's all about the titties, or I want to fuck that pussy and fuck that ass, right? Like, I know what it's like because I hear it all the time. Now, if it was a gay guy trying to act straight and try to fool the public, it would be more like this. Oh my god, I so want to put my penis in that vagina. Oh my god, can I please squeeze the boobs? Can I please squeeze the breasts? I love breasts and I love vaginas. Like that's how a gay guy would probably act trying to be straight. They'll say the
For
technical words of the body parts instead of the vulgar words. Instead of saying pussy, it'll be like vagina, and then they'll probably have that. Oh my god, I want to have vagina. Put my penis in that vagina, and I want to totally have intercourse. Like stupid
you
shit
just
like
need
that.
that lisp from that guy
Yeah.
from Family Guy, the Predator. You just have that lisp
Okay,
to
I
always
want I
keep
want to fuck you in that vagina. So bad.
going.
And here's the other cool thing too, because my since I'm going with my best friend, to the site because we're doing it every Sunday. She always takes pictures with her phone, and now she's actually being her. And okay, so she always likes to take photos with her phone, especially with she's going to take a DSLR tomorrow, and I'm going to teach her how to use it. But she likes to take a photo with her phone. So I found this really really cool, super cool, and I'm actually going to do a review of this maybe next week too. But it's a battery charger. Now, what's so special about this? Well, for one thing, it's a 10,000 milliamp battery. So this can actually charge a Note 9, which is what I have, maybe about two and a half to three times. Okay. What makes this even better is that it actually supports the USB quick charge protocol, meaning it charges at 5 volts and it charges your phone within 30 minutes. You get a half a charge up to 50% already. And that's how it works with those new wall adapters. You'll see on your wall adapter, if you have an Android phone, it'll say quick charge on it. This supports quick charge, so it actually has USB-C along with USB-A and a USB micro to charge it. But you have USB-C module right there and a regular USB there, so you'll actually be able to use this. Like, you put it in your pocket with your phone. If it starts to run out of battery, plug this in. 30 minutes, it's already at 50%. And here's the cool thing: the accessories that come with it is so cool. It gives you the USB-C adapter. And the bonus thing that it gives me here, it comes with a light. How cool is that, you guys? So, this little USB light, I just plug it into here. It has a little indicator right there, too, to show you how much charge it has. So, I bought this one for myself, because I need one. And I also bought one for my friend. They're $15 each on Amazon. And I'm surprising her with this tomorrow because her phone always dies every time she goes out on a hike. She's been doing hikes almost every single day. So I got her one of these, and it comes with a little carrying couch too. Carrying pouch, right? And the build quality is really good on this too. So, if you guys are interested in that, I'll put a link in the description below. But yeah, you guys, this was so much fun talking about this stuff. Like, listening to Yvonne's story, like I've been kind of coaching her on how to what kind of apps to download for her Mac, like to get iMovie, because she was about to drop like almost a couple $100 on the Final Cut,
300.
three
It
hundred
was three
dollars
hundred dollars for the
Final Cut Pro.
Final Cut Pro.
And I told her, don't get Final Cut Pro, just download iMovie because it's actually really good. You know, for those of you who have Macs out there and you want to edit some videos, iMovie is really actually powerful for what it is. I mean, it is free. It is cut down from Final Cut Pro, but you know, if you're just doing some cuts and you want to change the audio and maybe even put some text and stuff like that, it has all that stuff there for you. Okay, it's actually very fully featured. It gives you a lot of features. It's just that if you need something with terms of like color correction and rotoscoping or you know all these different kind of effects you want to do with it, then you want
Hmm.
to get into your Final Cut Pro. Otherwise, if you're just doing the editing and you just want some more control in terms of what you edit, iMovie will do exactly that for you. Did you go to Starbucks yet and download your that app yet? No.
No, he downloaded the iMovie onto the computer.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did that for me.
So what is he asking in return?
Nothing.
Is he asking you to like, you know, give it?
No, he did not. Not even nudes, to say the least. No,
He's
that's
like,
what
bitch,
I'm
put out.
saying, guys. You know,
He's like,
like
bitch, put out and give me that twenty
it
five
was
hundred
like,
dollars worth of pussy.
and he didn't even ask for free readings for the rest of the year or anything of the sort. Like nothing. He just was like, hey, check this laptop out. He was showing me the storage. He was showing me everything, and then he was just like, he's like, send me your address. I'm sending it to you.
Just give me
He's like,
some
it's
pussy
just
when I
laying
ask for
around
it.
here. And what happened?
He's gonna be when the stars. Oh, and of course when I say that, she can't hear shit. And I have to re-enable this audio. I said that when the stars align, you have to give it that pussy.
Oh my goodness.
It's such a vulgar word. Like, you know, it's kind of funny because I knew a friend. She's like, how come women's body parts, when it comes to vulgar like words, like pornography words, the female part sounds super nasty, but the guys is like not that nasty at all. Like, I mean, if you guys shouldn't like you have virgin ears, I'm sorry, but because why is it vagina's pussy? Why is it titties? That sounds really gross. But if you talk about a guy's penis, it's either dick or cock, and it's like there's nothing wrong with that. I'm like,
Well, there,
I don't write the rules. I didn't write that stuff.
I think cock is a little like,
Honestly, I don't like the word cock. I mean,
I think it's lame.
I feel the word penis is actually a little bit more degrading than dick. Honestly, for some weird reason.
I I honestly feel like you can't call yours a cock if it's not 8 inches or above. That's just the way I see it. I don't even
Oh,
know
so
why.
there's a size requirement if you're gonna call it cock.
Well, yeah, because that would be it's the cock.
Then in that case, what is it? Just dick or is it
It's
penis?
just a penis.
Just penis. So it's just penis. It's
Punis.
um Piquito penis. It's Piquito penis. Or cock.
Penis.
It's a cock.
Penis.
Or penis.
But no, I do think that I'm still quite ecstatic about it. And you know, I was thinking about getting one, and it even got to a point because I don't have a vehicle at the moment that, you know, I might as well just get my vehicle first before I even get my laptop, you
Yep.
know. And you know, it was because um and for those of you who don't know about my story, like I'm in a situation right now where I'm basically stuck in a rut right now. And I'm in a situation where I'm slowly like tackling all these
Just come live
blockages.
with me.
And one of them was the whole laptop thing because I've even tried editing my own videos on my phone, doing it like how most of these YouTubers are doing it. And for some reason, like either one app wouldn't work or whatever, or what, regardless, whatever. And plus, I don't like to work on very small things. Like when it comes to editing, I like to see it in the computer. It's just, even with this computer, I have to like zoom in on the fonts because it's just like, wow, you know, like I really can't see. But I mean, I think it's a shock, like, but it's been a great time, even though we're going through a retrograde. It's almost like a bittersweet moment, and I think like Anthony can totally agree with that. He's recently single after a 15-year long domestic partnership, and but the pros is that he has his own personal gym now. He's lost 10 pounds. He's happy. He's gonna practice
I think a little bit more than
music.
just 10 pounds though. I mean, because I honestly think I lost more than 10 pounds. It's just I'm getting tons of muscle mass. Like my arms are fucking huge.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not trying to
wouldn't be
brag
surprised
here
if you
either,
weren't doing. No, I wouldn't be surprised if you weren't doing the weight training, you probably would have lost more. And
but
I
that would
want
also
you
be
to
very
definitely send
unhealthy
me that
too.
link.
Like it'd be very unhealthy if you didn't do any weight training while you're trying to lose your weight because cardio can actually work against you if you're not careful. You know, if you start dieting and then you're introducing cardio. Um, Hold on, there's a person that I've met, and he wants to see the stream that I'm doing right now.
Well, I don't know, like I just feel like during this time it's definitely a bittersweet moment. Like I went through my own shit recently in this month of May. May has definitely been an interesting month. Not only, worldwide, and we also had this rocket ship that finally, took off into space, I think
Hmm.
today, right?
Yeah,
Um,
the rocket ship
you
plus
know,
the tons of riots, which curfew for
tons of
you.
riots and everything that's happened with George Floyd.
Oh look,
That's his
here's
name, right?
Tara.
George
Hi
Floyd.
Tara. Tara.
But we're just going through like, it's like a bittersweet moment, right now we're going through our fair share of bad moments, but we're also going through our fair share of good moments. And I think a lot of these things that are happening for us, it's really to show us that, like, hey, I think it's important for us to be happy and to enjoy the moment. And
Yeah.
whatever happens in the future, then it happens in the future, but it's not something we should worry about now. Um, like I said, other than the idea that the universe probably possibly presented me with this gift or reward, um, that I didn't need, that, people love, I have other people around me who do care about me, who do love me, and who do see my value. Um,
Did you just mute? Oh,
and
you're there. Okay.
other than that, I really don't know what else it could mean. Maybe in the future it could mean something else, but I just think how it's so coincidental that that was something I really wanted this year, so that I can, mark it out of my bucket list and focus on investing on other things. You guys have heard me talk about me investing on my equipment, and a lot of the equipment I bought is sadly in my ex's house.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but at least I have my laptop. I don't need all of that lighting just yet. I really just bought it just in case, I do interviews in the future with my banner in the background, and I do have someone come into my little mini studio that I'm also working on, where I'm going to be recording my YouTube videos. But
Mmm.
it's a bittersweet time, and Groovy Defied finally saw the infamous banner live.
Oh yeah, the
Um,
mermaid, your arts and crafts banner.
yeah, he finally saw it.
I think I posed in front of
Definitely
it.
took selfie on it.
It was a good omen.
But it's good times. Good times. Definitely good times.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Hey, when are you coming back down so we can go karaoke?
Next week. I'm totally gonna. Oh, not next week. What's it call it? Probably like mid next month or end of next month because I want to learn. I want to learn my instrument. And then that way, once I learn it, we can do a jam session. Oh, that'll be fucking awesome. I'll
How
go.
are we gonna do a jam session? Are you gonna have me sing?
Yeah, I'm gonna have you sing like "Dark and Despair." Whoa, whoa.
Well, we can figure out a song. Totally.
You're gonna have to learn some of my songs because I don't know any of your
Yeah, well, that's
songs.
what I'm saying. You tell me a song, and I'm pretty sure if I hear it, I'll be fine.
So she asked a question. So is your ex holding your belongings hostage? I wouldn't say it's really hostage. I think it's just more like just happens to be the incident. Well, I mean, I'm not. I don't mean to talk for her, but
So, so basically what happened, Tara, is that we were in the middle of moving out. I found a yoga teaching job literally in the same city where he currently lives in. And the whole idea was that we were going to move in together. We were already talking about marriage. We were already talking about all of that stuff. And I had half of my belongings in his house. I basically have like about 10 boxes of basically a bunch of nothing, plushes, gifts, and stuff that he's bought me throughout, throughout those almost 2 years that we were together. And because I have a problem with shipments here, every time I buy stuff here, for some reason my packaging is always opened.
because you're a dumb
So because
bitch.
I was buying, these people are just sketchy as hell.
That's true.
So lately, when I do get stuff that is of value, I would have it shipped to his house. I would just put his name and his address. But during the time when my stuff was already paid for and it was on its way to his house from one of the Amazon warehouses, we end we break up. So he has the equipment that I bought. I bought like a wholesale set of like these rechargeable batteries. I bought like a big old battery charger that charges 18 of them at the same time. I bought like three extra tripods and three extra light boxes that he has sitting there. I also have a TRS to a TRRS cable because I wanted to buy the Rode Wireless Go, which is a receiver and transmitter, a wireless receiver and transmitter, so I can just connect one of those like lavalier microphones, the microphones that you clip into your shirt. The receiver and transmitter is the little box that you usually would see people have like in their back pocket. So I would just plug in. Oh yeah, and
You
he
know
has
what?
my lavalier mic too.
You know what?
He has my lavalier
When
mic
I come down
too.
there next month, we'll go get it.
That's scary.
I'll go with you. I'll say I'm your new fag boyfriend.
Well, he knows who you are. He used to watch the live streams. I would tell him to tune in and he would watch them.
It's like
So,
I'm the fag boyfriend. Well, you don't sound fag. Well, that's because no. No. Well, okay. We'll
and
get it. We'll get it when I come down there, and
we'll just
uh
plan it right.
uh yeah, we'll just plan it out, and I'll probably might have to spend the night at your house because that's a 2 hour drive from my sister's, and then that can be like a 3 hour, well, 2 hours to get to you, another hour to get to your ex's, another hour to come back to your house, and then another 2 hours going to back to my sister's. I'm gonna spend the night at your house.
Or why don't you just come like early in the morning? Like 6, 7 in the morning.
Oh, that's true. Then we could do that, and then we could spend the whole day together.
Yeah, we could just like ride over there and then we can get the stuff, then we can eat, and then we can come back. But yeah, another reason why, and for those of you who watched the live stream because we live streamed the day of the breakup, the day I ended it, well, he ended it. And, ooh, somebody had cannabis infused pizza tonight. That's great. So yeah, to answer your question, Tara, no, he doesn't have my stuff hostage. It's just
Holy
that I
shit! A
had
cannabis
all,
infused pizza?
yeah, I need to have one of
No,
those.
you can have it. Last time you hotboxed me in the fucking car.
Next time we'll just put the windows down, or I'll get a pen, and that probably won't like
Oh man,
mess you
I
up.
took a hit. She's like, "Here, take a hit." I'm like, "Okay, sure, why not?" And then I drove straight to frickin' Burger King. I was like, "Two chicken sandwiches, please. I need to eat now. I need something greasy." And I horked those
And
things
I was
down.
trying to control myself. I was just
She
like,
was just staring.
no,
She's like, "Anthony, are you really eating those chicken sandwiches?"
for real, right? And then once we finished that live stream when he was here with me, literally, like,
That was fun. The
I
live
was
stream.
just like, you need to take me to go eat because now I'm hungry. But no, my stuff isn't hostage. But yeah, like we were literally gonna move together. We were finding a place. He was every time he would come and visit me because so I moved literally like an hour and 15 minutes away from him. And every time he would come and see me, it would be like once a week because he also worked 2 to 3 jobs. And so whenever he'd come, we'd spend time here, we'd go out, have our date, and then on his way back home, he would take some of his
You know what?
boxes,
We're gonna go ahead and
some
put
of
a
my
curse on him right
boxes.
now. We're gonna put a curse on him right now that forever, the rest of his days, he will never be able to plug in the USB cable into the port correctly. He keeps on spinning it and spinning it and spinning it until he gets annoyed. That'll be the
Right.
curse. See, it doesn't kill
And
him. It doesn't hurt him. It just makes him fucking annoyed.
but knowing that he's a Cancer and he has double fire on his moon and rising, that would be just enough for him to like blow the hell
What?
up. Oh no, like everything was like a pain for him. Like I remember one time, I wasn't there, but he had told me what had happened later on. But I remember he was cleaning his car at the time. He had a Bronco. He had a Ford Bronco 1989. And he was cleaning the car, he was cleaning inside, and I don't know what happened. I think like he was like picking up something that kind of went in between the seats, and he got so frustrated that he punched the ceiling and he broke the light. He broke the light. And that was something that I had always mentioned to him because one of the last times we were on the phone together, he got mad because he broke something that was mine that I had left in this house. And when he dropped this thing and it broke, it hit something else that was his friend's and broke as well. So I guess to make matters worse,
Oh, Tara's calling
I
it
was on
out.
the phone. I was on the phone, right?
She
I'm sorry,
said,
what?
she said, girl, he's a Cancer. He's done wishing you two were back together. So he's done. She's saying that he's done with you guys.
He is home.
No, he is
He is
done
home.
wishing you two were back together. So he's not. He's according to her. God. According to her, he's done with you and the relationship.
Okay, I see home. Do you mean
I think she
done?
means done.
Yeah, he's an Aries moon. Yeah, he is an Aries moon, just like how you said, Valentina, and he is a Sagittarius rising. So when he did that, he like threw this big old howl, like if it was like, like if the fucking sky was falling. And he throws his phone across the room, and that's how it hangs up. Turns out he ended up breaking his phone. So, and that was something that I would bring up to him all the time. It was just like, when you get mad, you get so mad, and you make things so much more worse for you, you know? And for what? You know? I'll even see him blow up. I'll even see
Overpaying
him
debts.
go. I'll just, sometimes he would just go so above and beyond with his anger, like even with playing video games. Like, anyone seen how some guys get when it comes to video games? They look like they can break that fucking TV, you know?
I don't break the
Like,
TV. That's fucking money.
well, see, like I'm pretty sure, like, if my ex's temper was, a notch or two crazier, then I'm pretty sure he would go to that level.
Hold on, my audio is starting to sound really weird. Hold on.
There, see, that's what I thought too. Home. That's what she meant. Home. No, he is home, wishing they were back together. I mean,
Okay.
you know what? And it's so funny that you mentioned that because last night I had a dream of him, and I was having a few dreams when we had broken up, but then I stopped, and I stopped having dreams for a while of him. But I had a dream last night, and I had a dream that he sent me a message on Messenger, which is impossible because I have him blocked.
Blocked.
When he ended it, I blocked him from everywhere.
I'm gonna pull a card
Because
for you. I'm gonna pull a card for you
I
just for
am
this.
okay, for sure. Why not? What are you gonna ask? That was so
I'm gonna.
Capricorn. Yeah,
Uh,
when he said about the pizza, about the TV that costs money. Yeah, that's so Capricorn of him.
they're talking about
Bro,
me.
that was so Capricorn of you.
That's
I
right.
know.
I
You're
fucking
just
work for
like,
that
bro,
money.
honey.
Shit, I'm gonna fucking break
But
my
I'm
TV.
like that too. I have Capricorn moon, and I'm that kind of person too. Like, I have an iPhone. He had just a regular Google phone, and I think it was like one of those prepaid ones. It wasn't like a name brand one either. I'm not sure.
I have a
But
question
it
though.
didn't look like a high-end phone.
I have a question though.
What?
So they're saying that's a Capricorn move for me for not breaking the TV. Then is it a Capricorn thing for
Yeah.
me to tell the ex to take all his shit to where I'll just buy my own shit? Is that Capricorn move, or what kind of move would that be?
Well, I would have always thought that a Capricorn would want to like keep this like if you bought him stuff of value. Well, no, that's more of a Taurus thing. If you bought him stuff of value, you would totally keep the stuff.
So
But I
I
do
did keep his. I
remember
did
my
keep the
little
shoes. I like
sister.
the shoes. So
Well, you
I
guys are
got
the same
Nikes.
size in shoes.
Yeah, we're 10 and a halves.
Well, if you like the
You
shoes,
know what they say about guys wearing 10 and a half shoes, right? Right?
what?
They have large socks too.
They have art socks?
Large socks. You ruined my joke.
Wow.
God, I'm ending the stream right
Ruined
now.
my joke.
I'm ending the stream right now.
And look at Valentina just replied right now. She said, I did the exact same thing with my ex. I blocked him everywhere.
Everywhere.
Haha. He is upset with himself right now. Maybe, and this is something that I've always told my clients too, that every time you have a dream of somebody, whether it's an ex, someone who's passed, and whatever, who calls you or sends you a message, a text message, or a message on social media, it is a message that they're giving, a direct message that they want you to know, or that this is something that they want you to know. And mind you, I don't remember what his message said. I just remembered that I was on my phone, I was just on Facebook, and I see the notification that that I received a message from him. Like I see his name and I see his profile picture, or at least the last profile picture he had before I blocked him. And I didn't get to read, but I didn't press on it, but the very little that, it previewed, um, it was basically something about he could have messaged me sooner, but something. And the feeling that I got, because I'm an empath, the feeling that I got from it is that it almost felt like it was almost like a restless energy. I don't know if it's the idea that maybe because yesterday it became 3 weeks, and maybe it kind of hit him, and it has been the longest because we've had breaks before, but this is so far the longest where we haven't talked or even spoken to each other, and
I just pulled a strength card in
and
reverse for you. Strength card, 3 of swords, and both in reverse, and a 4 of swords upright.
okay, what did you ask though?
I just asked about your dream. What was it all about?
Okay, what do you think?
Mm,
Ooh, guys, I'm getting a tarot reading.
yeah. Better pay up, bitch.
Right. And then Tara Mercury said, my son wears a 15 and he is 21. Wow. Is he like fucking like
Jesus Christ! What the hell
Michael
do you?
Jordan tall or
What do you
what?
feed this kid?
For real.
You know what? You know what? Actually, one was kind of funny and stupid right now, and this other person's actually about to find this out right now because, and I don't know. Actually, I have to go to the hospital to figure this out to see if this is really true or not. I was always measured by the DMV and my doctors. I was 5'11", and all of a sudden I was trying to measure like certain heights, like 6.5 feet. Because that's some of the measurements I was telling you about. And all of a sudden I was like, wait, that's kind of tall for me. And I started measuring myself, and it says I'm fucking 5'9". I'm like, what? Am I shrinking? That can't be. Even my friend was
Yeah,
like,
I
oh hell
heard
no.
that some people get shorter as they age.
Are you serious? I never heard
I've
that.
heard of that, but I don't know if it's
Well,
true.
I figured if you start hunching down, you'll probably start.
Yeah, but that doesn't count, or does it?
I don't know.
I don't think it does.
How can you
And
shrink?
then
That
right
doesn't make
here,
any
Tara
sense.
Mercury just said right now, well, Eduardo Alejandro said, hola, hola, hello. And then Tara Mercury said, I
Oh,
had a
I know
dream
who
about a
Eduardo is.
guy I want to know about. I had no info about him,
Hola.
not even his name. 2 days later, he popped on my Facebook page. Okay, did you know this person already, or this is someone you did not know, Tara? That'd be an interesting tarot
Oh,
read. But anyway,
I
going
need
back to
to.
your reading.
Yeah, I need to get back to yours. So, um, because I didn't hear the whole context of your story yet, but I'm gonna see what it says here.
But that was all I remember. That was all I remember, that I saw the message and I felt that energy and I was going to click on it to see it, but I woke up.
Yeah. So I think whatever that message was, like you were actually about to I think you were about to visualize something was about to happen, but it never happened because I think he actually changed his mind. Because with the Three of Swords here in reverse is exactly what Tara said, that he's fucking finished, right? Um,
No, she said that she corrected herself. She meant home, not done.
oh,
Home.
okay. Well, I think he's finished, and I've been telling you this for the longest time too. That he's been kind of like he wants to bury the hatchet, maybe get back into it, but he still thinks that he's kind of right still because he wants you to admit your fault.
I'm willing
Four of
to.
Swords.
I mean, but other than the idea that maybe I could have been nicer when we had our argument during
Yeah, and
breaking
you
up,
need to be
other
more
than
humble
that,
too with the Strength card in reverse. That's what it's saying right there.
humble. How does that apply with the dream? Or just in general, you
In
think the
general,
cards are
I
just
think
saying I
it's more
should
in
be humble?
general because the dream right here is just more like about. I guess it's more like a sign that it's just time for you to move on because you're expecting something from him, for one thing. And
I actually don't know. Honestly, like I
well,
don't
yeah, of
even
course you
know if
don't
he
know, but
would.
the dream you're expecting something because you're like, okay, well, I'm about to see this message right now. And you're really curious as to what this message said until you woke up.
I
So,
was nervous. Oh,
well,
like my heart was racing. I was like, holy shit, like what is he gonna say? Like, you know?
but you have the Four of Swords here, which is telling me just to move
So right
forward.
now, Tara just replied, and she was just like,
Cancers are stubborn, but
no,
will
cancers are
suffer.
stubborn and they suffer in silence. And that's something that I've heard a lot about cancers
Oh
because we're
yeah,
water signs,
we
you
actually
know?
said that about him. We actually said that about him. That he would be is all about his ego, and he wouldn't actually say anything or he wouldn't come forward. And I think he's actually waiting for her to like, cause
Yeah,
since she kind of
I'm
holds
pretty
the
sure.
gate. She kind of holds the gate or this way actually. She kind of holds the keys to the kingdom in a way because the fact that she blocks him. Um, but until she unblocks him, that's just more like opportunity for him to be like, you know, hey Vaughn, no, hey. I don't know what he says. I don't know what he
How
says.
creepy did that go?
Well, I kind of figured him not to have like deep balls or anything, so he'd be like, "Hey, Yvonne,
No,
don't come chasing after
that's
me,
so
okay?"
mean.
I know that's really mean. I shouldn't
Right,
say
you're
that.
like, I hope he's not watching
I'm sorry.
this.
Yeah, no kidding. Burn some incense and
They
sage here. I'm
always
gonna
want to
cleanse this.
return to what's comfortable to them, yes, and especially with having Venus and Virgo, which is what he had there. When something is comfortable and something, when you have been in something for so long, like, and when something is already comfortable and you know it's practical, and like I said, like we were paying off our debt. We were literally like focused on paying off our debt, fixing our credit. He bought a new car. I was in the move on trying to buy a new car myself, and I'm still saving for that new car as we speak. And like he basically threw it all to shit because he kept insisting that I didn't care and that, and again, like how I mentioned earlier, he had this thing about him that he would always paint a picture of me being such a horrible person. And
You are
and
horrible.
don't get me wrong.
You're
And
very
don't get me
horrible.
wrong, like, I can be a little bratty and I can be,
No, that's an
um
understatement. I'm sorry.
that's an understatement. But other than, acting like a bit of a spoiled brat or acting like bratty,
Little.
which is typical, normal, 20
Big things
something
come
year
in
old
small
act.
packages, hun.
Whatever, whatever, whatever. But other than that, I really can't say that I'm a bad person. Like, I try to be there for my clients as much as I can. I try, I've even gone as far as going above and beyond and seeing some people in person,
Tara
because,
says that his ass ain't going nowhere, which is actually kind of true because we actually, she and I, or Yvonne and I were actually talking about that in terms of what he's
yeah,
doing after the relation, like after this one kind of split up. We actually kind of, it's okay if I kind of share some of the details what we talked about in the tarot.
sure,
So like
sure.
we saw him like trying to get with another girl for one thing, right? Try to do a rebound,
Hmm.
and I mean, I really actually don't know him at all. I don't know him at all. And so I said that he's not, he's going to be so set in this particular mannerisms with Yvonne that it's going to apply to whoever he's trying to hook up with, and then he's going to drop the ball.
And you know, it's so funny how you brought up the whole mannerisms thing because I forgot to say this when you did that reading for me. And it is true. A lot of the like things that I say, like for instance, I quote Jim Carrey a lot. He does it now because of me. There are certain comebacks that I use in Spanish that he uses now because of me. And I brought that up one time under, within the last month that we were together, and I brought it up kind of just like pinpointing the idea that, he has copied a lot of my mannerisms and a lot of things that I say and I do. Um, and, and it's so funny that you said that because it is true. It's almost like he became a little bit like a mini-me. And yeah, I do see
Okay.
that. Honestly, like here, honestly, Tara, I mean Valentina, because you just said, "Oh my God, that's so Cancer men. They always like to play the victim." Look, other than the idea that I admit that, I was pretty harsh with him throughout, through the text, and I was basically calling him a drama queen, and I was basically telling him he needed to major in theater, that he'd be fucking amazing in it, and I just went off on him because he played victim, and he played victim so well,
Best award
and it
for
got
drama queen goes to.
for real, right? Exactly, dude. Like I went off on this guy, you know, and I just went off. And mind you, when I go off on someone, it's hardly ever. It's 99% of the time I won't even curse, and I do that as a way of like still showing some respect
Tara
while I'm
says
still
that she just
arguing
read
with
you right
you.
now. She pulled a Temperance card, a Prince, and a Prince of Pentacles, and oh no, just the Temperance and the Prince of Pentacles from the Tarot Illuminati deck.
For real, right? So from the Illuminati deck, I know so many people who have that deck. I need to like check it out to see if I should get it. And she
Ooh,
just
should
said
I read?
drama
Should I read from the
queen.
Santa Muerta deck
So
for you?
what do you think, Tara Mercury? Yeah, because I align better with that
Yeah,
one.
I bet you
By
want
the
that
way,
one
I'm
too.
gonna buy you a tarot deck because you say you like minimalist
I
stuff,
do.
and
Well, I
this is
showed
a
you the ones I
minimalist
liked
deck.
too. Oh, really?
I don't think you have showed me this deck, but I've seen a few people use it already on YouTube, and I thought of you, so
Is
you're
it?
gonna
Is
have to
it
send me
the
your address.
Is it the one? Oh shit! Mystic
I don't
Mondays or
know
something
what
like
it's
that.
called.
Oh,
I think it starts Mystic what? Mystic what?
Mystic Mondays.
I think so. Is it black in the back and has like a
Like,
geometric
yeah. Well,
thing?
it's not really geometric. It's more like Illustrator style artwork. It's
Yeah,
a very feminine deck.
it's a very feminine deck. Well, I don't know. If you
I
ask
still
me
I
a
still
few
have to
different
get
ones.
that. Oh, I should show them that, huh? I really want to show them that one. The
Oh, look at Tara. She just said that she pulled another card and she said that it's the King of Cups. All right, Tara, we're gonna make you be our tarot readers.
mhm.
What does that mean? You got the King of Cups in the Illuminati deck, Prince of Pentacles, which would be the Knight of Pentacles, Temperance. What does that say? She just replied, she said, "Girl, he ain't going nowhere." And many times, many times he did say, because we had done a lot of that, breaking up and making up, but usually we would just like break up and we would break up for like an hour, like typical middle school shit. Um, it's so funny because he would tell me that whenever we would break up, that even when he would break up, he knew he himself, he couldn't walk from me. He couldn't walk away from me. He's admitted this to me like possibly like 20 times. And but I'm actually surprised that, we've already gone to week 3 as of yesterday, where we haven't talked, and this is the longest. And I'm right now just not focused on anything else. I'm really not focusing on this. Is that you're bringing out the Black Tarot?
Yeah, I wanted to show them real quick the Black Tarot deck that is costing $80 to purchase for one thing. Um,
A client of mine has it.
oh, really? What did they think about it?
Yeah. She got it from because she started a photography business with a friend of hers in New York, and her business partner bought her this stick for Christmas. Can you believe it? How fucking amazing. She was showing me the cards. The
Oh
Queen
man,
of Wands is so
give me
cute.
1 second. My audio's tripping out here. Hold on. okay, this tarot deck right here. Have you guys ever looked at this up at all? So this guy's an artist. He made these fantastic. It's almost like modern Celtic style artwork, right? The cards are actually made of recycled plastic, so they're actually scratch proof. They're water resistant, um, and he also matte painted the outer corners as well, so it's like completely black. And even the artwork um, is like kind of indented a little bit, like it has like a 3D-ish print on it, and the thing costs like $80, and I'm I mean, I don't want to drop $80 down. I have to kind of save my pennies here a little bit here and there. So there's that one. There's also the I think it's called Golden. What the hell is it called? Golden Tardo. I mean,
So she just replied and she said he just needs to find balance. And that's kind of also why I'm also giving him the space. I feel like in a way too, I do feel like he needs a little bit of time to reflect and to balance things out, Tara. That I figured that, and I figured I needed the space too, myself. And what else did you say? Was it, he just needs to feel your absence, Mermaid, Valentina. I agree. I agree. Like I said, I'm not really focusing on the future.
audio.
But yeah, like I'm not focusing on anything right now. Yeah, that baby. Yeah, my baby. My cat is basically like a baby. He tends to like wrap his arms or his little hands or his little paws around my neck. He's definitely like a little baby, but he went to go drink some water. Um, my baby is just like me. He likes to drink a bunch of water. Um, but yes, I do admit that, if anything, I do feel like that he does need to kind of feel my absence, and I'm kind of giving him the space to have him figure out if this is what he really wants, you know?
Well, he's the
And
one that
you
broke it
know,
up with you, so
yeah, exactly. So that's the reason why, because before I used to be the one to reach out and be like, "Come on, this is stupid. Come on, we would, because we would fight for little things. Like, thankfully, we never had any problems with infidelity. Luckily, that was never an issue. We never had super horrible problems like that. Because I'll tell you something, with my Scorpio ass, I would have been gone. Like, oh, and I can be pretty Scorpio when it comes to that shit. The moment there's
poke, poke,
infidelity,
poke, poke,
that
poke.
typical, for real, I'll key your fucking car, right? Drive
No
by,
shit. Yeah, wait
right?
for my lawsuit, girl.
For real, right?
Fucking send that shit in the mail. You better pay it.
He and he looks and he looks stubborn in this deck. Can you elaborate on that, Tara? Are you talking about the cards that you pulled out? I just wish that people could share pictures here. That would have been cool,
Yeah,
like
that
on
would be
the
actually kind of
super
cool.
chat, right? That'd be sick.
Well, I mean,
Um,
hey, so Tara, if you want to email us, tarot at thegroovymermaids.com, maybe we can
okay.
invite you in on one of these live
Oh,
streams. I
I
mean,
would be down. Do you have a YouTube channel?
it might be too many Indians, no, too many chiefs, not enough Indians, but I don't care. It's already enough too many chiefs right now, especially this bitch. So,
For real, dude. God,
like, get off my fucking stream with
for
your pizza and
real.
everything, eating that
And
cheese
he
pizza
said,
in front of
sure,
me.
why not?
I can't eat pizza anymore.
Yeah, and I do feel like in a way he's kind of being stubborn, but honestly, like, I mean, I screenshotted the text messages I sent him to Groove. I sent them to Anthony, and even Anthony said, I crossed the line, but it wasn't a breakable offense. That was
Well,
exactly
I
his
didn't say
words, you
much in
know?
terms of crossing the line. It's just that okay, he came to you and said, "Oh, I noticed that you didn't seem to care that I paid off my debts, that I shared something with you,
I
right?"
hate that word. I
But
hate it when that triggers me so much.
here's the thing though, like he wants you to care for him for acting like an adult, right? But then of course, you came in there as like, oh, you did your thing that when you usually
Yeah, I basically told him if he was gonna, basically like, create a pity party,
There you go,
I
pity
was
party.
totally
That's
gonna
what you said.
uninvite myself, you know? And I just went off on this guy because, like, it's because, just like normal relationships, like whenever he was off, like I said, he worked, 2 to 3 jobs. So whenever he was off, I would be on the phone with him all day. So I was always basically with him. And there were times where I would mention, like, oh, like, while you were at work, I went and I paid my phone bill at the mall. And I never did it to get any credibility or to get any validation or to get a congratulations. Like, I just did it. It was just, it's just one of those things you mentioned. So when he mentioned, oh, I paid off 2 credit cards, and he was talking about it, I thought it was just something he was talking about, and I just went ahead and I asked him if I could see him that day. And that was where Anthony was like, how does that make you selfish? Because he was accusing me of being selfish for, ignoring the fact that he was
Oh
trying to talk
yeah.
to me about something important, whereas anyone else would have, like, shared his glory with him, and that's why it made me a shitty person.
And you know
um
what my comments about that was, is that if he really really felt that he wanted to share this experience with you, fucking call you or something. Like, it didn't make any sense for me. Like, he wanted you to, like, he wanted to leave like these breadcrumbs for you to figure it out, and then he wanted to be like, and then he wanted to give you that pity thing, and say like, oh, I totally saw that, you know.
Maybe. And Tara Mercury just said, cancers usually want to be mothered, and if their mother isn't in their picture, good luck.
Oh,
Well, he had a good.
funny. Yes, yes, yes,
So maybe,
yes.
yes, maybe he did expect me to fucking make him some cookies for that, or he maybe fucking wanted me to fucking give him a gold
Oh,
sticker and
that
put it
brings up
on
a good
his wrist or
point. What
something,
if what if his
you
mom
know?
was like, what if his mom really like, not pampers him, but what if she always congratulates him on small achievements? Because maybe before you,
I don't know.
I'm
His mother
thinking, I
doesn't
think
want to be even.
before you came along, I think she was like the motivator, and every time he did like some small feat, she would like praise him. So now that he probably saw you as the mommy replacement, which is not good, he expected you to, to bring those plates of cookies.
And Valentina, she's like, that's some damn petty. And okay, and that's exactly why we got into an argument, because I didn't sit there and congratulated him for paying off 2 credit cards, and he was over here talking about how I wasn't, basically like joining in his moment of glory and all this stuff. And in my head, I'm just like, why are you making an elephant out of a fly? Like, if it was really that important, then when I thought about it, I was like, if it was really that important, which really it wasn't,
she,
because I
she
mean,
said, now that's
like,
Mermaid's job.
because we all pay our credit card bills. It's like you wanted me to create a fucking party because you paid your Netflix bill. It's just like, no, thank you.
What a bad
Like,
analogy.
what the
That's
hell?
good.
Huh?
That's a bad analogy. Was a good one.
But that's just what it is, it really, that's what it is. It's just a bill. And when I mentioned before, like, hey, I paid my phone bill today, or hey, I paid off my credit card bill today, now I'm like, bill free for the rest of the month, I wasn't doing it to fetch a compliment. Then again, I don't even recall if he did compliment on me, or even said, oh, okay, great, baby, or even that, to say the least. But I wasn't looking for that, but
To
apparently he
put to
was.
his a little bit
And
defense. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
uh, on his defense, what?
I was just gonna say, I can understand,
I
how good it
understand too.
feels to pay off debt, because we all have debts,
And he
as
was in a big one.
yeah. Well, I mean, who isn't in a very
But he
big
did
one?
that to himself. But he did that to himself.
Well,
Um, Go ahead.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I mean, especially if he did it with himself, and he's been working off 3 jobs to pay it off. You know, I can understand that because he burned a lot of resources and energy for that. And then um, he came to you for for comfort most of the time. But with him, how I feel about it is that he how can I say this? Like, he was the type of person that really wanted like his hand to be held for one thing. Um, to take the brush and stroke his hair and tell him how pretty he is. No, and I mean this. I mean this actually very respectfully as I say this. It's just that you know he really wanted you to be like the next new mom in a way. Like, he really wanted you to actually like you know
Honest.
to fill in mama's shoes in a way. Because here's the thing. With some of the things that you shared to me about your personal life, I'm not going to go into it, but there's things that you shared in your personal life to where you took on these really big, feats of responsibility with your family. And the thing is, you do that with him. I'm not going to mention his name, but the ex, right? Um, and you have like this, well, not mildly, but you have more balls than anybody else in your household. So
I try to, like, I just try to do as much as I can. And maybe because I am more of a masculine chick, I mean, I can definitely dress up, I can definitely get dolled up, but I mean, if you guys really knew me personally, I like to do things on my own. And I tend to come off as pretty masculine. But although I do feel like, again, we had a lot more pros than cons. I don't want people to feel like, like we were just a horrible couple, and when we would break up, it would be for the stupidest shit. For like the stupidest shit, which always made me feel like we were back in fucking middle school. But I only dealt with it because I was his first relationship. This was a kid who he was basically like barely experimenting in a lot of things by the time him and I started dating. Like, he didn't even smoke pot until him and I started dating.
oh, really? I thought he actually was smoking pot before you.
No, he smoked pot for the first time with me,
It's sort of like in
and
me.
he was 26, hitting a
When
27,
I met what's his
and
name, I was into pot, and then he just blew it in my face. He's like, "Here, come here," and I had to like get hot boxed.
but if you're in your house, I mean, does it matter?
Well, I guess not, but
I guess not.
I mean, I wasn't used to it. I really wasn't used to it. I mean, I thought like, okay, maybe it's gonna be like getting drunk or something, because I mean, you couldn't. I mean, I was goofy, wasn't I? I felt I was goofy that night. I was
Yeah,
just
you
kind of like,
were.
just singing to. I mean, I usually don't do this, but I was like trying to sing to Mariah Carey for absolutely no reason. Like, she's, for one thing, she's out of my vocal range, but I knew I
And
was acting
Tara's
like a
agreeing
fool.
with you. Tara's agreeing with you that he definitely needs to be mothered, and I'm way too like insensitive for him, basically. you know and that could have been probably one of the major factors in our relationship too. Like, he was very sensitive, especially when it came to us having very deep conversations or arguments. I tended to be very insensitive, and then he would be very sensitive, and not insensitive in a way where I would be attacking. Maybe in his eyes I would be attacking, but I would, again, like, I'm really not the type to curse at you. I'm really not the type to use that, especially when it comes to him. If it gets to a point where I feel like I'm not being heard and he's just basically just telling me that my argument is valid, then of course, things change. But, to his defense, I will agree that, yeah, he was in a lot of debt. He was in so much debt when him and I started dating, and I was talking to him about getting our shit together. We were talking about fixing our stuff, and, you know, I even helped him, with saving up for his direct deposit for the new car that he has. And he has a beautiful new car. And it's a car that he has been wanting for years. And he finally got it. He saw the opportunity. He came to my house. He picked up his money and he went and he bought it. And so, to his defense, I would say that he is a responsible person and he does what he can. But, I do feel like
He's a
his
firecracker.
flaw was the fact. Yes, he's definitely a firecracker. N- uh,
According
he
to
was
Tara, she
definitely
says you
someone who
motivate him.
really created. I'm sorry?
She says you motivate him. And
He crawled back
Valentina
into his
agrees with
shell.
Tara. We Scorpios are hella. I like that word, hella. hella hard for a Cancer male, cause we are all too blunt, and they take that as an attack. But we are just blunt bitches.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I don't want to make it seem like he was a bad person because he definitely was, and we didn't have problems with infidelity, like I said. Thankfully, that was never a problem. Because I'll tell you something, if when that stuff, happens in my relationships, I'm always the first one to walk. And sometimes even without an explanation, I just go block, 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 and you're done. You know. And so thankfully, we didn't have those issues. When we broke up, they were incredible. They would be, we would, our arguments would blow up into these big old explosions,
Oh, I
but
remember
over
those.
over these small ass things. And Anthony's definitely a witness.
Yes.
Um,
Anthony, call me right now. All right, who's next? Who's next in this tarot reading? Because I think it's time to shift the scene a little bit.
of course, definitely. And thank you so much, Tara, for trying to pull some cards for me. So at least we definitely know that he's being stubborn and you know
Yeah, and watch him actually watch this stream too.
why do you think he stopped?
Who, me?
Because you
Or you
remember how
asking
you
Tara?
pulled tarot cards and you said that he was going to message me, but then he decided to stop himself. Why do you think that was?
Ego. Oh,
You
here.
Because he
Let
wants
me.
me to do
I'll get my Book of the Dead. I'll pull some skulls here for you.
some skulls. And anyone, if you guys want a tarot reading, let us know. We're just gonna be right here being the king and queen of
Yeah.
blab
You know what? I actually have to wake up in
until,
about 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours.
well, why?
Because I'm going on that hike tomorrow.
Oh
But
wow.
it's okay.
But I bet
But
you're
it's okay.
happy.
My friend is actually going to be driving her car instead. So I told her I'm going to meet you at your house, and then you can drive.
Okay, so Valentina, she just said ego and maybe is scared to face you. And funny enough too, like I'm honestly a little scared too. Like I'm honestly a little scared.
So wait, what is your
Like,
question, Yvonne?
well, we wanted to see like why did he change his mind from messaging me?
Oh, right. Because he's a dumb bitch, and so are you.
He's a dumb bitch and I'm a total bitch.
You're a total bitch. So if you're a total bitch and he's a dumb bitch, what does that make me?
Crazy bitch.
Well, I mean, I could see the crazy bitch, but I'm not really that crazy. Well, I don't.
Okay, fag bitch.
For that, I'm gonna find this death card for you, and I'm gonna. Oh
I
shit! I
didn't
just pulled
deserve
out the.
that.
I just cut it. A chariot too.
What is the chariot mean
Well, I don't know.
for you?
I just cutting the cards at the moment and shuffling it. So.
All right, we'll see.
All
We'll see
right.
what the cards
So,
have to say.
why did he decide to switch back to not contacting you? Right.
Hmm.
Interesting. Five of Cups. Two of
Five of
Cups.
Cups.
You got the Five of Cups in reverse, the Two of Cups upright, and the Hermit. First word that comes in my mind here is anxiety. I have anxiety. I have very, very, very emotional. The fact that you got two cup cards here plus the hermit and stuff like that, I feel anxiety is happening here, and also the fact that um,
Introspection, maybe.
yeah, because you know how you get those butterflies when you want to call someone that you like, but then you hang up right away because you don't know what to say and stuff like that. I think that's kind of what he's kind of going through.
Like he just freaked out. I wouldn't doubt it.
I got the Queen of Wands in reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm also getting the idea here that I think he heard heard one of the live streams where you talked about him, and I think he now feels that he's not able to provide because you're probably more the provider than he was, even though he contributed. But
Well, I mean, I didn't make as much as he did, but I made enough to pay my own shit.
Right,
And
exactly.
I wasn't in
I
crazy
mean,
debt either.
you bought him a fucking, iWatch. Give me one second. My audio keeps cutting out.
I bought him an Android watch because he has an Android. I bought him an Android watch for Valentine's Day because I'm gonna tell you guys something. He was always a generous lover. That was something I never complained about. Other than the idea that he was extra sensitive, other than that, I
And I
really
got the Two
didn't,
of
we
Swords.
really didn't have a problem. Go ahead then. Go ahead.
I got the Two of Swords.
I like the scissors. That's so cool.
Cut those balls. Um.
For my cat, I know, right? Because he's over here
Oh,
howling in
that's
the
right.
back.
You do need to cut your cat's balls off. Those, because he's just like crying, and I'm glad he didn't like try to scratch my face when I picked him up last time. He was like pushing. He's like
No,
pushing
my
away.
cat is a sweetheart. My cat's a sweetheart. Like, you can be throwing stuff at him and he'll just like hide.
You ain't fooling anybody here. You ain't fooling anybody here.
My cat is sweet. I mean, you saw my
Whatever.
cat, and my cat was just like awkwardly shy around you.
Let's see here. Nine of Wands, Seven of Swords, Five of Wands. I'm getting the sense that he's just not ready to really talk. Um, and I feel that with the Seven of Swords, like he feels like he's probably all man. It's like, oh yeah, I can fucking do this, Like I can do whatever I want. I'm a man. I'm a man. But then like he pansies out.
Now that you brought that up, how did he feel about seeing the live streams when we were talking about him? What does he feel about that? But some people replied too about what you had just said right now, and they're saying he doesn't know how to approach you. He is on his shell because his feelings are all over the place for sure.
That's what I said.
And
Anxiety.
then,
He's going through the anxiety phase right now. Because remember, he tried to go see somebody else, right? He tried to go see somebody else, but he foobarred it. He fucked up. He
hmm
uh like his mannerisms came in and fucked up whatever that fling that he was trying to do, that little rebound. So, and then she lost interest. I believe that's what I told you happened last time.
yeah, you told me that he was gonna start talking to somebody, but I think this person was gonna like just to leave a long story short, she was gonna pick up that, he was rebounding and he wasn't over it, so she was gonna walk away.
What was your question again?
I just wanted to know like about what you said about the about him watching the live streams, just
Oh,
basically like what did he feel or what were his thoughts and feelings about the live stream?
three cards.
And
This is what it says, huh?
yeah, three cards, how many you want to pull. But mind you, I want to repeat this again. I don't want people to think that he was a horrible person. He was just extremely intense and sensitive for my nature, and it was something that I needed to like learn to work through. And
Yeah,
throughout
you
those
need
two
to say the
years,
prerequisites so the karma doesn't go back to you. We get it.
Vero, right? But I don't want anyone to think
No,
that
I
he was a
totally liked
horrible
him, even
person.
though I didn't.
I think because I have Mercury in Sag and Sagittarius, that when I am just angry, I just like and I'm not focusing when I'm like arguing with someone. My focus is not to hurt that person. My focus is to get the point across.
I just have some
And
cards right now for you, and it's funny. Remember what I told you that he. Try to remember what I told you a few minutes ago about him seeing the live stream, right? You got the Page of Cups in reverse, the Eight of Cups, and then the Ten of Pentacles, right? And upright. And I told you already that he uh, what did I say? Like he saw the live stream and he felt that he wasn't, he's able to provide. Like he felt that, you know, that he's a man. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Like he can fucking provide. Like he could be that man, you know. But the Ten of Pentacles shows me it's more like he's kind of well, he's illusioned himself, but at the same time he's disillusioning himself because the shit that you actually managed to cut off the watch service and stuff like that because you were paying for his phone bill, were you not?
yeah, I was also paying for the watch and I was paying for the line
Yeah,
too.
see? So, and you also did a lot of things for him financially. Even though, like, you weren't much of the bread maker and stuff like that, you actually did a lot of things financially for him. So,
I
Um,
tried helping him. Yes.
yeah. So I see here that he has the Ten of Pentacles, and he right now what he's trying to do, he's illusioning himself, but at the same time, watching the stream is disillusioning him. So it's almost like he's no longer in Wonderland, in his own personal Wonderland.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
was
So
someone
you're
not as
saying
strong as
basically
Mermaid?
that
Hmm?
when he left with this mentality that, oh, I mean, funny enough, that was one thing that came to my mind too when I got the Mac too. I think he left thinking that he was in control or he had the upper hand because he felt
Do you
like,
think he saw
he was
on?
the
Do you
breadwinner.
think he knows that you got the Mac yet?
I haven't
Well, now
posted
he
it.
would because we just had this the stream right now, and he just might
Well,
watch
if
it right
he's watching
afterwards.
this one,
I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, he should get notifications if as long as he didn't change.
unsubscribe.
Yeah. Oh wait. Does
I
he
don't
have
even know if he subscribed.
does he have my channel subscribed?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
most
know.
likely
I
he
would
doesn't
just send
then.
him the links and he would just watch it.
Most likely he hasn't yet because, and I don't think he has. Give me even or odds if he has or not. Even yes, odds no. I got 10, 7, and 3. No,
No.
no. So I mean,
But
I've
even
already
if you're
suspected it.
unsubscribed, even if you're unsubscribed and you've watched some videos from that channel, you will still get it on your recommended feed. And you would still get
I didn't
notifications
know
because
that.
there are some channels where I'm not subscribed to and I still get like their notifications on my recommended feed when I log in on YouTube. So right now, Valentina, she said he should think that you are on the savage mode, a mermaid, ha ha ha, with the Queen of Wands, possibly. Like I said, I don't want people to leave thinking that he was just a complete moron. Like he definitely had more pros than cons, more pros than cons, but he was very, very sensitive. It's a little too sensitive for what I was used to. And Tara, you said, I guarantee that person he was trying to see was someone not as strong as Mermaid. He needs to be secure with a strong, independent woman.
I
Possibly.
am woman, hear me roar.
I'm
Numbers
not
too
in a
big
place
to
where I feel
ignore.
like I need to go ahead and like talk crap about who this other person is. I'm pretty sure this other person that he could be seeing or will be seeing um
His
is a
mom.
good person as well, right? He's seeing his mother. Um
Can I just get near to you, mama?
right. But
Gross.
I once something that I did say to Groove and something that I did say to another friend of mine is that, if he does go out of his way to go and see other people, in a way, I kind of want him to, because
Valentina
I want
says
him to
that
see
he's
that
not a
he
bad
kind of had
guy.
it made.
She said that he's not a bad guy. You both have just different emotional languages.
Yes, we do. I love cancers. They have to be handled delicately. Yes, they do. And I'm so not used to that.
Mm-mm.
So not used to that.
She
And I've
needs
dated
somebody to
other
have the
cancers before.
balls.
Well, see, here's the thing. Like, I always attract the more feminine men, you know?
Like me.
Like,
Well, actually, I don't really find
whenever
myself
I've
feminine, but
whenever I've tried dating men who were more masculine, they just didn't like that I was so independent.
what
They
if you
just
and I
didn't
just
like the
dated?
fact that I had my own. What happened?
What if you and I just dated? That would be really odd. We won't even know what to do with each other.
But you're gay.
I mean, I'd be
What, you're gonna
like,
have to grow a dick?
I'll be like, yeah, pretty much. You're gonna have to like, get some surgery for me, please.
For real, right?
If you wanna be with me, get some surgery. Yeah, that's my new song.
But yes, I do agree that they do have to be handled delicately, especially him. He was definitely a different case. But definitely if we don't hear from him by the time that group decides to come
Move to your
back
right.
to the area, and we should get a room. We should get a hotel.
Oh, when I come to visit?
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm just gonna get a sleeping bag. It's hella hot out there. I'll just go to a sleeping bag and sleep in your carport. Spend money on a hotel.
Corporate. Wow. What a Capricorn.
Yeah, I'm a fucking pinch that penny.
For real, right? Um, Not talking bad about the other girl, but he probably needed to feel like he was in charge. And the way that you are and your bluntness hurt him without you wanting to do it, mermaid. Yeah, honestly, like, and that's something that I always tell him too. Like, when we get into arguments, sometimes I'm just trying to prove my point, but sometimes I just come off so harshly, without needing to use attacking language. Sometimes, like, I would make him cry, and sometimes, I'd have to stop, and I'd have to like sit there and wait until he's done, and then we can calmly fix things. And I think it was definitely something different that I needed to get used to. And then, ha ha ha, you are so Capricorn energy.
Hey, 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 hey. I actually, honestly, I actually like spending money, honestly. I mean, I have to actually reserve
On
myself, though.
yourself.
Oh, damn. Where's that end stream right now?
Right. But that's not a bad thing.
But you know
I
what?
actually
Actually,
admire
but,
that
but here's
from
the thing,
both
though.
sides.
Here's the thing, though. In my past relationship, I had to do all the spending. I bought, like, I mean, I don't know if some of you knew exactly what I had to do in my past relationship. Like, because he couldn't get any medication for his pain because he was in a car accident before. So she got, Yvonne got, pretty surprised by this. Almost every month, I almost bought almost $1,100 worth of weed for him every month.
I don't even think I could smoke that much.
Oh, he was a chimney. But that's because his pain was so bad, though. He went through those joints really quickly, and I actually helped him roll some of those things. He would get the dabs, like tons of the dabs with like the highest THC possible, and he would actually go through the entire dab almost the entire day. You know, and I'd make him, tons of food with
In the
the
house or
cannabis
outside?
in the house. So I got hot boxed in there too.
So you guys would just open the windows or not?
Well, we opened the windows, but he got very paranoid. 'Cause that's the other thing too. That not all weed does that to you, but you know, when you smoke a lot as much as he did, especially with its, the stuff that he's been going through, like the lawsuits and stuff like that, and during his first case, that is, you know, he was fearing that our neighbors, surrounded by, because we're in Boomerville right now. No, but and like, I mean, there's like,
So am I.
I mean,
So am I.
not hitting anybody on Trump supporters, but there are Trump supporters here. Like, but but yeah, he was afraid that they're gonna call the cops on us. I'm like, why? It's legal. You have your permit. What are you like afraid of? And he just
You're
kept on.
doing it inside.
Yeah, we're doing it inside. And here's the thing: our neighbor, who is a boomer, has skin cancer, and she's taking weed. And I'm like, case in point, nobody gives a fuck. And he's like, no, well, still, He's like, and every time we were driving in the car, drive around that corner, go do a U-turn here, I'm like, oh, can you just let me drive, please? Just let me drive.
My goodness gracious.
Um, who wants to do a tarot reading on me? A general. I don't need to know anything about my ex. I really don't want to know about my ex. I don't. I'm done. That ship has sailed. But I'll be honest. I love him, but I'm not in love with him. That chapter has been closed, and I'm opening up a new book. Yvonne knows this because there's a lot of things that's been happening to me that's been changing a lot. So, like the fact
Which
that
we need to catch up on.
yeah, that's the thing too. Because with the 15 years that I've been in this relationship, I missed out a lot of stuff. Hence why I got this instrument, and why I want to sing more, and I want to get into fitness. The fact that I can fit in my clothes now, and like I'm bulking up, like I feel good. I knew that I would now. No, but oh, Tara's gonna get her
Tara's
cards.
gonna do it.
General
Dang.
cards, though, like whatever you decide you wanted to do reading on me for. And I always take, you can tell me whatever you want. It could be bad news. And I said this to Yvonne, and I said this to all my queerants, that we have to take this with a grain of salt because it's just a window of the future. It's up to you that you can actually change this. I wish I could sing a song right now without waking up everybody in this house. Everybody being my mom, just me and her. Um,
But you would only be waking her up.
yeah, that's true. She'll just come like, Anthony, what are you doing singing? Go back to
What are
bed, you
you
old
doing
witch.
singing? What is your moon sign, Anthony?
I actually don't know. You were supposed to help me find that.
We'll do it. We'll do it one day. My
So
iPod.
how would I find out
You
my
know
moon
what? I
sign?
have my new MacBook right here, so I might
Oh
as well
yes,
do
there you
it.
go. Use your new technology, woman, and look up my moon sign. I would assume that my moon sign would be like maybe a.
I want to ask the
I would say
audience
be
to
like a
pull some
Gemini.
cards. After we do Anthony's reading, I want someone to pull some cards to, specifically as to what he will think once he finds out about me having a new MacBook Pro. Because that was something he was supposed to give me this year. And when I'm pretty sure if I don't like if I once like before I announce like that this was a gift, he's gonna assume that I bought this and I bought it out of revenge
She thinks
because
that
he
I'm a
left.
Leo.
You're a Leo moon. You started talking to me when I was doing a live stream for Leo, and
That's
I
right.
thought you were a Leo.
I was actually talking to you, and you were trying to ignore me all the time. She didn't like me, y'all.
No,
She
I
actually she
wasn't.
didn't like me because she told me to go Google search my shit. She didn't want to help me.
Oh my goodness, let it go. All
Hold on,
right, so
I gotta
when
turn off
is
my
your
thing
birthday?
again. My headphones keep popping out.
When is your birthday? Your
There
birthday.
we go. Okay. Oh, my birthday is January 17th, 1980. 40 years
Oh, you're
old.
old.
I am fucking old. Do I look hella old,
18th?
everybody? Does everybody does what?
18th?
17th. I'm January 17th.
And do you know your time of birth or no?
Um,
We can do a full-on chart once your mom shows you your birth certificate.
I think it was like 4 a.m.
Well, for now, I'm gonna put, okay, well, I'll just put 4 a.m. But once you see your time of birth, let me know.
Birth time and place. Well,
And
place is
then
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Cisco. And honest opinion, everybody, do I look 40?
You look 68.
Fuck you. Let's see here. Birth certificate. I know I have it here on file somewhere.
Actually, your moon sign is in Capricorn too, just like myself.
So I'm a Capricorn. Capricorn.
Uh-huh. And of
Interesting.
course, it won't give me your ascendant because we need your time of birth. I
Oh.
just put time unknown.
Um.
But your Mercury's in Capricorn, your Venus is in Pisces. That's why when you fall in love, you can really go. It's like you go on a rabbit hole, and it's just like nothing makes sense anymore. Nothing is logical anymore. Your North Node is in Leo. No wonder you're so successful. Your Lilith is in Virgo. Your Pluto is in Libra. Your Neptune is in Sagittarius, so you do get a lot of good luck, especially when it comes to career. Uranus is in Scorpio, a lot of unpredictability when it comes to lessons and death and rebirth, and a lot of things ending and starting. It seems like there could be sometimes like there can be unpredictabilities when it comes to that in your life. Um, your Mars is in Virgo, so you're definitely competitive, and you're definitely an organizer or a perfectionist too.
Really? I never really thought of myself being a perfectionist.
Are you, well, I mean, when you have critiqued my website or my thing,
Oh,
I
that's
mean, you tend to
okay.
give, you can be
I gave really
very
deep.
like,
Yeah.
precise, you know, and that's how Virgos are. Virgos are known to be very like,
Oh,
organized and
Valentina, I
very
love you too.
perfect.
Uh, wow, Mermaid. I'm shuffling for Anthony, and the Cups and Moon in reverse came up. Both Cancer cards. Anthony wants your date of birth and time and place. Well, I don't have the time right now. Um, I think it was 4 a.m. I think. Um, the place is San Francisco, January 17th, 1980. Um, oh, she thinks I'm 32. You know what? I actually believe because
That made me smile.
the way how I'm changing. Yeah, it makes me feel good because I feel like that. Here's something that actually kind of scared myself with, because I'm 40 now, right? And it's good that I'm getting into fit and stuff like that. I feel like that I've missed out so my life that when I turn 50, I might be too old. But then I coached myself saying like, well, you know what? I'm gonna live to be 120, and I think I'll still look fucking good if I keep taking care of myself in a way.
And Tara just replied, she said, I pulled the Four of Cups, Four of Wands in reverse, Ten of Cups upright. Let us know, Tara, what that means for you
The
once
Ten of
you're
Cups
ready.
upright.
Ten of Cups, Four of Wands in reverse, and Four of Cups.
I love it. Ten of Cups upright. That's totally me. You know what? Actually, if I believe too. I believe my spirit animal is a hummingbird too, because a hummingbird's supposed to be very happy-go-lucky, and that's kind of how I am.
That's why I thought you were a Leo. You were very charismatic, and you were over here like, busting jokes and
Charismatic.
distracting me in my live stream.
Oh yeah, the agar.
But the agar, and you were asking everyone else in the live stream,
We are
like,
going to make agar
what's
next
your
time I'm
favorite
there.
food?
I'm gonna bring the agar with me, and then we're gonna make it together.
Yes,
We'll get some
yes.
coconut. We'll get some mango coconut agar. It's gonna be so good.
She just pulled another card. Oh no, she said my dad, Three of Wands in reverse, not the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay,
That makes
okay, okay.
sense. So the Three of Wands in reverse could mean like no sense of direction, which is kind of what I'm at right now. Like there's almost no direction with me, unless you read something else. I'm all ears.
Well, she's using the Illuminati deck. The Illuminati deck is it's a
A little bit different.
very, very different deck.
Oh,
Very
I
different.
wouldn't know.
Um, it's been in the market for a while. I haven't seen many YouTubers use it lately. Lately. Um, we're just over here silently waiting, you know.
Loving you the way I do, can't say for certain that is true. It's a chance for me and you. I took the time to get it right. Nothing that I do. You fell in love so easily.
Oh no, Tara's saying that she switched decks.
Oh, she switched
Okay,
decks. Okay.
well, once you're ready, let us know, and we'll go ahead. Or Tara, if you're willing to call us on the phone number
I
that
remember
we have a
that
Google
so
Voice number, and
long
you can call us there.
ago.
Are you
I
using
was
the Wait
just a
Mirror
lonely
Tarot deck?
person
There was
with
this
a
deck called the Before
lonely
Tarot or the After
heart.
Tarot, or I think there's both. Those decks are pretty cool. I've
For
been kind of
you to
tempted to
get
buy
the
buy
love
either the
that
Before Tarot or the After Tarot,
I'm
but
missing. Sometimes love waits a long time. The love you're gonna get the chance to love. Wait for love, wait for
yes,
love.
Valentina, you can go ahead and ask a question. We're just gonna be blabbing unless people want to like go ahead and ask a question.
So I don't understand. So
Oh,
this
you
with
have the
this,
After Tarot.
so
Nice.
with these
That's what I'm
cards now
talking about.
pulled out, what does this mean to you?
With it was what, Four of Cups, Three of Wands in reverse, and Ten of Cups. I think it's just basically saying that you were at a point in your life where you were just dissatisfied with yourself, and I think it got to a point where you weren't seeing things going anywhere,
Yeah.
and you went from that energy to the Ten of Cups where you're just really looking forward. I mean, if we look at the
I
Ten of
love
Cups in the
R&B.
traditional Rider Waite, like we see everyone turning their back onto onto all of us, right? You
Mm-hmm.
know, And the Three of Wands is doing it too, but it's in reverse. So we're seeing this unwillingness or this blockage from moving forward, and that's what the Three of Wands is moving forward, and also staying aware of the present moment. And when we have that in reverse, we're not seeing things moving forward. We can either be stuck in a loop also as well. That can happen with the Three of Wands in reverse. And I feel like with the Four of Cups, like I wouldn't be surprised, like let's just say for instance in your relationship, it's gotten to a point where, like, let's just say if you wanted to fix things, it got to a point where, it was too late.
Mm.
Or let's just say he wanted to change his behavior in certain things. It got to a point where it was just like, yeah, next. Yeah, maybe it was to a point where you were just like not satisfied anymore, or you got to a point in your life in general where, you weren't satisfied with, the things that were coming into your life.
Who's SCA?
But that's what I would have seen.
If this world
Who
were
is
mine,
SZA? And then Anthony
I
definitely
would
loves
place
R&B.
at your feet all
Valentina, go ahead
that
and ask your
I
question.
own. You've been so good to me. If this world were
Oh,
mine,
look at the babies coming back.
I'd give
Look
you
at
the
meow. Meow,
flowers,
baby,
the
meow.
birds and the bees, with your love beside me. That would be all I need if this world
Look at me, baby.
were
Come here, my baby. Meow.
mine.
Come here, my baby.
I'd give you
Meow. Meow.
anything if this world were mine. I would make you a key with wealth untold. You can have anything if this world were mine. I'll give you each day. I can't sing too loud. So sunny and blue. And if you wanted the moonlight, I'd give you that too. If this world were mine, oh baby, I'd give you anything. Oh baby, you're my inspiration, and
So
there's
Tara
no
just said, are you feeling like you are
hesitation.
unhappy at what's being offered to you?
From me?
Mm-hmm.
Are you feeling like you're unhappy? Well, not at this point. Before I was. And
Yeah, I think that
Yvonne,
was more of a past energy.
that was a past energy, definitely past energy. Because now like I feel that there's things that can make me happier now, especially security. But with me getting like right now, the physical at that, and with me, oh god, like I feel that I'm going to become happier. I'm getting happier at this point. Fuck my mom. It's okay. No, just kidding.
Oh, and speaking of which, now that we're talking about mothers, it's so funny how I got the laptop on the 29th, and the 29th of May is the day of my mom's passing. So it's been
Nobody cares
11
about your mom passing.
years.
Okay, nobody cares. Okay, so don't
Oh,
talk about it right now.
really?
Yeah, nobody cares.
Right, we're talking about my mom, right? But like,
Mama, you know I love you. Ooh, you know I love you, Mama.
but I don't know, like I just think it
Mama,
was
you're
crazy.
the queen of my heart. Your love is like tears from the start. Mama, I just want you to know that
Tara Mercury,
loving you is like food
pull
to
cards to
my
see what would be my
soul.
ex's reaction.
So whose future is 10 Cups?
Your future is a ton of cups. And yes, my mom passed away on the 29th, and that was the day that I received the the laptop, which I find it to be so crazy, you know.
It's a gift.
I really think it's a gift. I really do. Like, I'm actually just so shocked, guys. Like, look, like this is like so fancy. Like, this is like the fanciest thing I've ever had, guys. Like, check this out. Just look at that touch bar.
You know what? I just realized right
Just
now.
press this right here, and I can raise the volume because I'm watching a live stream.
You know, I just realized
So,
right now, you guys. It is 1 a.m. and I have to get my stuff together for my hike tomorrow.
alrighty. Well,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna
wrap it
have
up.
to. I have to wrap this up, you guys. I'm really sorry. But this was so much fun. I really, honestly had a lot of fun tonight. Thank you very much, Tara, for reading those cards for me and showing that the Ten of Cups is my future. Like, that's really actually something because I've actually. You see, what do you see about my love in the future and stuff like that, and I officially said to myself, even though like there is somebody that I've been talking to her about, like that she knows what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna get into it just in case he's watching, but there's somebody that that I felt very smitten for. She knows who it is, right? I'm not gonna say
Mm-hmm.
who it is, but it was. I'm blushing as it is already right now just by thinking about it. But no, there is somebody that I'm very smitten for. Um, but I actually decided earlier this week that I'm going to enjoy being single first. I'm going to enjoy being single first to get the body that I want, to go places that I want, to make the music that I want and stuff like that. And maybe, it might be this year, it might be in a couple of years from now, it may never happen. I'm actually going to let the universe take the driving seat at this point, you know. And but I mean, I'm not going to, stop from chatting with people, dating, like OkCupid or something or Facebook. But um, I'm not gonna do no hookups. No hookups for me. I've totally completely stopped hookups for myself. I did it a long time ago, and I'm serious. I don't want no hookups. I don't know. I don't need no STDs. But I don't. I just feel like that. If I'm gonna give myself to somebody, I want it to be for love. I want it to be for love, and to me, I also want to make it very clear to the person that I'm not in it for the sex, just for the sex. I want it to be all heart and motion. I want best friend first, and then relationship, because I want to be able to have a best friend, have fun with this person. You know, I mean, romance is nice and stuff like that, but I want to be able to like be gross with this person, fart in each other's faces, and be comfortable about it. Kind of shit like that. So, oh, Tara says it's not gonna be that long. Yay. Okay, but um,
What's not going to be that long?
I guess with me talking about in terms of finding love, but um, I think love is gonna come to me after Yvonne and I go to Disneyland and Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Dude, let's go.
And you know what? Every
We'll
time,
go
every
to
time that Yvonne and I,
Turquoise.
every time Yvonne and I gets together, the circle becomes complete, and all the hot guys come out of hiding. I kid you not. Like there were at least three fucking muscular hot ass dudes walking past us when we're waiting for our pizza, and it happened when we were sitting together in the car together. So
Right.
the stars were aligned for
But
us.
how much are the tickets again for Six Flags?
It can range
They're like
between
60 bucks,
$50 to
right?
$60, yeah. And then Disneyland's like 200.
Oh, well, yeah, I've been there many times. But if you're a Star Wars freak, it's definitely worth it because you can build one of those, whatever those things are,
Which is
and
two
you can
hundred
actually
dollars for
build
that
it.
lightsaber.
Yeah, there you go, lightsabers. And I heard that they're actually pretty legit,
Well, I saw the
you
YouTube
know?
video on how you do it, and it actually looks really cool. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
first, ukulele, guys. So, if you haven't followed me, so this is my closing remarks as we're closing out. In case you haven't noticed or knew that I'm doing another, I'm closing up my 30 days of self love, and I'm starting a new 30 days of self love because I'm already at the end of my 30 days. And so the next 30 days challenge is the 30 days self love music edition, where I'll be singing at least once or twice a week. to a song of affirmation that comes up online, and each day I'm going to be practicing my ukulele to where I'm going to learn how to play the ukulele and then hopefully upgrade to a guitar within the next 2 months. So you can obviously track me here on YouTube, which I'll be posting the videos here, but I'll probably most likely be posting it more into Instagram. I seem to like the algorithms in Instagram better than I do YouTube for some reason. I get a lot more hits there, but I'm gonna be sharing both the videos here and with Instagram. Anyway, um, my Instagram handle is the same as my YouTube, which is Groovified. I invite you all to follow me there and message me anytime. I love chatting with all you people, right? Um, just not her.
That's a lie.
Just not her. So, um, all right, guys. So I do have to get my stuff ready together, and I need to get at least a couple hours of sleep. Um, I love you all. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. I really, honestly, even though like we haven't done any tarot readings, it was just like really just a circle of us just doing this together. I think this is kind of what we're really aiming the Groovy Mermaids is really all about. It's not just about like doing tarots for everybody, but it's just about bringing people together to share this energy with each other. And personally, that's what I really mostly enjoy. And we've been talking more about our topics than we do in the tarot readings, which I think is a lot more fun. So Oh, and by the way, before we get off online, please make sure you subscribe to Miss Indigo Mermaid, the Indigo Mermaid TV, her channel. She does have her own service. So if you want to do a actual one-on-one service, she does offer services with very competitive pricing, up to from 30 minutes to a whole 2 hours. You can ask questions from back to back to back, and she'll be able to work with you, give you some guidance, especially. But if you just want to ask questions after questions after questions within the 2 hours, she can do that right there for you. Okay, so totally take a look at her services. Support her because it does support her and the channel. I love you all very much. This is Groovified here. Thank you again, and I hope to see you. I think our next stream is gonna be Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll have a song ready for you guys on Tuesday, and it'll be on her
That'd
channel.
be exciting.
Huh?
That'd be fun. We'll
What?
have definitely more views on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But let's post it. Let's post it like every day so we can get more people. Cause damn,
Hmm.
like he can be posting it, but you'd be surprised at how many people would end up missing it. It's
Yeah.
fucking nuts.
Yeah. And in case you're wondering how my other 30 days of self love, I actually have it posted on my YouTube channel here. You'll find them. I got into some pretty deep stuff, especially the last stream that we just did before this one too. It got really really deep. So anyway, thank you very much. Love you both. Love you all out there, and you all have a great Sunday. 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 Bye bye.
Sunday, Sunday. Bye.